Rainier Avenue.
Did you just get a new email?
So again, to make sure that everyone is staying healthy, and you're seeing live pictures of Garfield, you kind of hear the buses in the background, you see them on the right side of the screen, and so the teams are coming in on one side of the field, whereas the teams that just played went out of the normal player entrance and exit, and so buses are bringing the students in. So Ballard and Seattle Prep had to clear the field totally before Garfield and Rainier Beach could enter. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buses over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 6 if I can count. And that brought Garfield here and Rainier Beach. So Garfield has exited their buses, and they are coming over to the side of the field that we are on. Pardon me. And then Rainier Beach now is getting out of their buses. They'll be on the opposite side of the field. So this is the protocol just to make sure that everything is safe. So the video you're looking at now, Tony B's down with the camera, and you're just seeing Garfield again coming from one side of the stadium opposite of the scoreboard, and then now Rainier Beach getting off of their buses now that Garfield has cleared the area, and Rainier Beach is headed to the other side of the field. So once the teams get set, they are actually they coming on the bus in a lot of their gear. They have their pants on. Obviously, they don't have the shoulder pads on. So now what the players are doing coming on the sideline, and they are now getting their shoulder pads and getting the rest of their gear on. Once that is done, and you see the referee crew, I don't know if now you still see Tony B is giving you video of just the Garfield coach. There you see Reggie Witherspoon on the right in the black cap. And he's one of the last coming in, head coach, and now you're seeing the sideline there. So once the teams get their uniforms on, then the 20-minute clock will start. So we're running a little bit behind. This game was scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. More than likely, it's going to start around 8:30 is my best guess, maybe a little bit later than that. But we will have it here for you live on Rainier Avenue Radio. So again, what you are seeing video of now you're seeing Rainier Beach, I believe. Is he where is he shooting from? So we've got a couple different cameras here. So one is on the Garfield sideline, and then Tony B is in a handheld and getting Rainier Beach as they have exited their buses and they're headed over to the other side of the field. So the teams will come into the lower bowl, the stands, and one of the reasons why fans are not here, as well as wanting to make sure that everything is socially distanced, but the teams are not using the locker room. And part of the reason they're not using the locker room, obviously, is because you have a enclosed area where the ventilation is not that good. Yeah. So, this is Memorial Stadium is not one of the newer stadiums, so they have not upgraded the ventilation system, I would assume. And so the locker rooms are open for the teams to be able to go in and use the restroom as needed. But other than that, they will not be in as a team.
Get out of there.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Get out of there. The air is not circulating. It's not the best place in the world to be.
Right. So the teams are changing into their full uniforms here, right on the sidelines. So Garfield, we were on the side where Garfield is, and they are right here, and then Rainier Beach opposite of us. So that's kind of what's going on here. So the 20-minute clock likely will start in about 10 minutes. Giving the players time to get their shoulder pads and the other gear on. They came on the buses partially, in their partial uniform.
Yeah.
Obviously had the pants on and the shoes and what have you, or rather they're changing into their cleats now. So that's what's going on.
And a couple of them don't even have on a undershirt.
Man, it is.
It's young boys. I guess the youth is amazing.
They some men out there. I'll tell you.
Hey, look right here with no shirt on down here.
Yeah, I see it.
Man, it's cold out there, man.
He changed. Let me tell you something, Edwin. Even if I had to change, I would have already had my long sleeve, man. The base gear underneath. Come on.
Hey, like my college coach said, I had on so many clothes up under my shoulder pads, I fell down. I couldn't get up. I was just on the ground, just going back and forth.
Yes, indeed.
Man, my kids and everybody know.
Yeah.
I'm believing in an undershirt.
Yeah.
on the shirt, man.
Yes,
Please. It's
indeed.
cold out there.
Yep. So again, we are live at Memorial Stadium, and there we are. How's it going? All right. And we are bringing you live coverage. So hope you're enjoying the coverage, and we are working out the kinks and getting used to it. We're set up. Actually, it brought a table out, and we're set up in the stands. And so typically, you can't see it, but typically to the right where I'm pointing at is an area where it's kind of a small little I'll call it a little cube area, which is where we had broadcast from in the past, but unfortunately not able to do that because of how small it is. So they have us in in the stands on what's that? No, that's mine. They have us on. We are trying to get set up here. You're looking for. Oh, there we go. So we are attempting to get set up again for game 2. But anyway, so the way we are set up right now is you can't really see it, but I'm kind of pointing down to the table. We have our mixer board, the laptop, everything that Taylor Kareen is where she is operating and making sure that you have us on the air. And then we are here undercover. So even if it's rain, we would be dry, which is thankful for that. And obviously with the equipment, we have no choice.
Rick, he said a dry run, but if this is a dry run, these guys are pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were kind of learning how to do this on the run. So hats off to Tony B, to Taylor Kareen, and everyone getting the job done here. So we are again live at Memorial Stadium.
This is good. I like this.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought my coat.
Yes, sir.
Look at these young men out here with no shirts on, man.
Yeah, they got the sleeveless shirts on.
Oh,
they just
showing out.
Yeah, but I would have gotten changed a lot quicker.
Man,
but
Rick,
anyway.
Let me tell you something now. Man, it's too cold out there. I'm glad I was in the South. They say what they want.
Yeah.
Well, but we had some Christmases that it was 80.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay,
yeah,
don't do that to me, because that's where I want to be. I'm down
man,
with that.
They're talking about this cold. This is cold.
Yes, sir. So here, and I'm not sure, Greg. I'm going to ask Tony. I'm asking you to check to make sure we are actually on. I'm hearing us fine. I got a text from Granville Emerson saying I can't hear you again, so I'm not sure if we're going across the air or not. If you want to just make sure, I believe we are. Hopefully, we are. So we are working out some technical difficulties we've had here at the stadium as well, and then also, and the Metro League, they're figuring it out. But basically, as you saw, the teams came in on buses once Game 1 teams had cleared the stadium, and now Garfield and Rainier Beach. And so, again, I think it's going to be a few more minutes before they start the 20-minute clock. And, okay, it looks like we are on. Thank you, Granville. I'm glad you like the double-breasted jacket. Trying to stay warm up in here. So, in a moment, I'm assuming that they will start the 20-minute clock. And so we will bring you game number 2 here a little bit later than was advertised at 8 o'clock. But again, what the Metro League is figuring out, again, is kind of once the game is over, how to clear the stadium so that the next games opponents can come on to the field. And again, for safety's sake, they're making sure that the field is totally cleared before they allow the other teams to even come into the stadium on the buses. And they are coming on their buses
in the stadium.
Yeah, into the stadium.
Well, at one time, Rick, you basically walking over each other.
Yeah.
You seeing old buddies and guys you played against. And that's just not the thing to do right now.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
I love you, man, but stay over there.
Yeah, exactly. So we are out of doors, and when we can, I have been, as I actually broadcast the game, take the mask off, partly because I got my glasses on so I can see the rosters and the bad boys fogging up and everything. So we
cold as I am, man. I need my wife to be sitting next to me, holding my hand.
Yes, sir. You see, I put these gloves back on and trying to keep it warm up in here. Got the tea. Tell you what, this man. Let me tell you something, man. I boiled the water, put this in here, and I left the house right around 4, And so this what is it now?
When
What time is
when
it?
you took the top off, I saw the still see.
Yeah, oh, it's still hot, baby. This
Don't
is
worry.
gonna be hot for hours.
Don't worry, I'm gonna have mine tomorrow. I'm gonna have me 2
Yeah.
of them, so I can put one of them up under my coat.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I got the bingo spice tea, a little bit of oat
Oh.
milk in there.
I
Yes,
don't know about
sir.
all that. Now. Oh, hey.
Well, that's it, you know. Yeah, keeping it warm. Yeah, I don't do much coffee, but I like the tea.
Well, I'm drinking some iced coffee now, Rick.
Are you?
Yeah. But the one thing killed me. I went to the place to get some iced coffee, and went up to the little window, and the lady was in there practically naked. I told her, no, you can't fix me nothing to drink.
No.
You ain't got no clothes on.
Oh, good
No.
Lord. Where are you going, man?
I was right there on Rainier Avenue, man.
What? Oh,
I
my
said, man, that's okay, miss. I gave her $2 tip.
So thank you.
Yeah,
Man.
man,
See
but
you
hey,
later.
man, you might not wash your hands.
Man, no, sir.
It scared me to death, man.
Yes,
I was looking behind me. I thought the police was coming. You know,
Former Seahawk.
you
Come
know,
on.
I'm from the rural South.
Yeah. Come
Young
on.
lady, you walking, man.
Yeah, no.
My dad was born in 1914.
Mm.
First thing he'll say, boy, pull away from him. Boy, for the people come get us.
Yeah. He right. He right. Daddy right.
I told him, man.
So
My granddad ain't played no game.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, they know. But the one thing you said, I will say real quickly, the clock has started, so we're at 18:35. And what'll happen? I believe the clock will go down to 0, and they'll set it to I think 3 minutes, and they'll go through the ceremonies and everything. And I don't know if because they did the Pledge of Allegiance before the first game, I think that will suffice. I don't think they do it for every game. I think they just do it once, but we'll see. And kind of figure out
for the whole thing.
Yeah. I tell you, man, getting used to these masks and trying to talk with the mask and breathe and hear me got myself like, are you okay, Rick? But yeah, just trying to get. So anyway, but no, one of the things I harken back to Ed, and we talk about this quite often, and what's really disheartening is as you take a look at what's going on and what has been going on, and it didn't just start with Donald Trump going into the White House, but even before. Obviously, but it was heightened there. Is it? They're no longer governing; they're playing politics.
Yeah,
and it's like little kids, and the fact that it's not. They're not doing. I say they are our lawmakers, our legislators. They're not doing what's in the best interest of the people. They're doing what's in their best interest.
Yes.
And the oath that they've taken. And so now, what's really disheartening, and we got to make sure that we guard against this. There are over 250 bills on the table trying to get passed in 43 different states that will restrict voting rights, that are going to make it more difficult for people to vote.
Right.
And that's just again, and here's the thing, is that you have one side of the aisle saying, the more people that get out and vote, the worse our chances are of winning. So we've got to restrict it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. And so, I want people to pay attention to that and make sure they understand that that's the case. And there you hear Garfield now taking the field, Rainier Beach on the field already. And then tell you what, we are going to have a barn burner tonight with these two teams, because you talk about neighborhood bragging rights. Yeah. These guys have been playing with each other and against each other all their lives.
All up and down Rainier Avenue.
Yes, sir. And they are going to do it here tonight. 16:13 on the clock, so we will begin game number 2 here shortly. Reggie Witherspoon and his staff with Garfield and Sampson and his staff over at Rainier Beach. And I tell you what, man, this will be a good game. Garfield's going to be in they're purple on purple. Rainier Beach on orange on orange, orange helmets, orange jerseys, orange pants.
Tyler Ernest.
And we got people. Yeah. And again, if you want to send us a message, you can do that through Facebook Live or YouTube or Twitch. You can see it on there. Thank you, Taylor.
Well, Tyler Ernest is my half brother.
Ernest,
yeah, his mother and father are my parents.
Okay.
And they adopted Tyler. They adopted Tyler.
Okay.
But they're my parents.
They're your parents. Okay.
Yeah. I love them to death.
So shout out to Mr. Tyler Ernest.
My brother. He's laughing right now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Edwin, I was just saying, I think it's important that we educate our young people, but we educate all of us and understand what's going on and fight against it. And it's not about, and you look at the whole electoral college process.
Right.
It's antiquated. It's time to change that. And you talk about a popular vote and what that looks like. And here's the thing that gets me is that with the electoral college, let's just say you have, you know, 25 electoral votes,
Right.
let's say. Okay, and let's say that there are 2 million votes cast. Now I win over you. I get say 1,500,000, or let's say I get 1,100,000 votes. You get 900,000 votes.
Uh-huh.
All right, but I get all the electoral votes. Okay, and why isn't it at the very least, even by the percentage that I win by, that should be how the electoral vote is split
Right.
up. At the very least, if they're going to keep this system.
Right.
But unfortunately, I mean, it was set up for a reason. Number one, for the smaller states, so they had more of a voice,
Yeah.
and really so they could protect slavery.
Right.
And now, again, we're what 300 years later, 200, whatever it is, however many years later now, and it is a different era. Whereas back then, when the founding fathers, were establishing all of this, a lot of people that were uneducated. Well, now we're educated, and so there's got to be a push to change. If this is a government of the people, for the people, then the people's voice has to be heard. And the fact that the demographics of this nation, of this country, is changing, and the former majority is becoming the minority,
Right.
and they're doing all they can to hold on to
And
their
that's
power.
that's a part of the issue.
Yeah.
But see, Rick, my thing of it is don't tell me about you the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear what you got to say. Show me.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you conduct yourself, how you conduct your business, how you conduct your relationships.
Yeah.
Just show me. Don't talk me to death.
Yeah.
And that's possibly what the problem is now. They're talking everybody to death, and it's just
Yeah. Well, and you look at the fact that, I mean, with the insurrection on the Capitol, and now people are acting like what happened didn't really happen, and it wasn't about what it was about. And I was like, come on, wait a minute. And I've said this from day one. If those people attacking, and it was an attack, the Capitol had the color skin that we have,
it'd have been a bloodbath.
yes, sir, it would have been a whole different story.
Well, the thing of it is, Rick, here again, that shouldn't have gone on because this is the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
We said that don't go on. We govern the world.
Yeah. Wow.
So now we have the world. Now the world need to come and help and govern us.
Yeah. The world looking at what happened on January 6th with disbelief.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Look at what's going on now.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy situation, but either we gonna get better or we gonna fall prey to the things that we've been governing in other countries all our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot to be done, but again, back to my initial point is that just wanting people to recognize what's going on with voting rights, and that is our basic right that we all have. And John Lewis, he devoted his life to that, and they're having the passing the John Lewis Act.
A Georgia legend.
Yeah. And so we keep your eyes open for that. But I mean, we need to make sure our voice is heard, and if nothing else, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, whether you're conservative, whether you're liberal, whatever the case may be, you should be for democracy. You should be for everyone having a right to vote.
Everybody doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If you do the right thing, we have no issues.
Yeah. So those are we will see what happens. But again, keep in mind, like I said, I was watching the news, more than 250 bills being passed trying to restrict the ability of people vote. And the thing is that and in this case it is the Republicans, and as Chris Cuomo said, the Retrumplicans, but they are holding on to this
facade
lie that there was voter fraud, and even the Republicans, in the Republicans in the Justice Department and everything said this was the most secure vote in the history of this country, and it was probably the most scrutinized, and again because there were, and because of the pandemic, we allowed, early voting, mail-in voting, and what have you. And in the state of Washington, we've been doing mail-in voting for years now, and it is incredibly secure. So again, we've got to protect the right and make it easier for people to vote, not more difficult.
Yes, sir.
So anyway,
point well taken, Rick.
Yes, sir. Sorry, just had to get up on my
ain't nothing wrong with it
for a minute.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. I'm listening.
Yes, sir.
Not everybody gonna listen.
Nope, unfortunately.
And you know why I know everybody gonna listen? Because look what's going on.
Yeah.
They wasn't listening.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yes, sir. So we've got about 9:24 on the clock and ticking. Garfield, Rainier Beach, they are warming up. They are fully dressed. And so, again, if you just tuned in, you are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio's live coverage of prep football at Memorial Stadium. And this is weekend number 1, doubleheader for our first night. So we are happy to bring action back to you. And listen to those kids on both sides of the field. They are excited to be back on the field. And, I mean, it's wonderful that they have the opportunity, Edwin.
Well, there are 2 very good-looking football teams, man. Just like the last 2 teams we just saw. Mm-hmm. Garfield and Rainier Beach are 2 very good-looking football teams. They're well coached. I'm expecting a good game, and I want to recommend some of these guys to the MEAC conference.
Yeah. Now, Ed, I'm going to say one thing now. Now, here's the thing I never got. Okay, I was when I played Little League football, because the way I dressed and carried myself, my coaches called me Ivory Snow. Okay, I never got dirty. And it wasn't because I didn't play, okay? But with that said, everything was matched. Now I'm looking at Garfield. Now Garfield's purple. Their colors are purple. Rainier Beach is orange and blue. Now I got a Garfield player here, and you see this more and more, and he got some orange shoes on. Yeah. Orange ain't in the uniform. Hey. Now, if I'm Coach Witherspoon, I'm sorry, I'm old school.
Can't wear them.
You got those got to go.
Can't wear those. I played for Joe Turner.
Come on, man.
I played for Joe Turner, man. And I was about to wear my high school jacket out here and decided no, I better not do that. It might not be the environment for it right now. Mm-hmm. You had to be organized.
Yes. Sir.
My brother wouldn't let me go out there if anything didn't match.
Yeah. And now that's number 40 is the kicker. Okay, so he's probably he's a soccer
player.
Well,
he might be a little different.
But hey, you know what? Find some soccer shoes that are white, black, or purple.
Yes, sir.
But they're not going to be the color of our opponent. Okay.
He might be a little different. Most of them kickers are always a little different now.
Yeah. Tell me about it. But anyway, he's right now he's kicking from the 30-yard line, which means it's a 40-yarder. Let's see if he got the leg.
Got leg.
Let's see where there it is.
Yeah, you got some drive.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You got some drive. But you're right. The Mars shoes just to do something.
Yeah. You can't go out like that, brother.
Well, the fellas are going back to the black shoes now. I remember, everybody wanted to be Billy White shoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Spat it out. You got the black shoes and you put the white tape over and the black toe.
Oh man.
Come on.
And get the black shoe polish and put it on the toe because you really want it to be seen.
Yeah, man. Come on. Oh man. No, see, I was, and it's funny. I was talking to my daughter the other day. She said, well, do we have a history? Because one of my brothers, is OCD, obsessive compulsive, pretty bad. And she, we got to run the family. I said, well, I got a little bit of that, but it doesn't debilitate me. I mean, there's certain things I like a certain way, but if they're not that way, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not gonna stop me. But so when I was in Little League, so you keep in mind, Little League, you're talking starting the 89ers up until about 13, 14 years old. When I was on at that time, they were called so you're 89ers, Bs, A, midget A's, Pee-wees, Gildobie, Bama. And in the midgets and the Pee-wees, so I was probably, 8, 9, 10, so 11, 12, 13. Well, I was around the time when they started getting colored face masks.
Oh, boy.
So, Edwin, what I did, because I used to do this, I took my whole team's helmets, painted the helmets, took the face mask off, painted the face mask. Helmets, our colors, Rainier was black, green, and white. Well, black and green, basically, but painted the face mask white. Helmets were black. Oh man, we were looking good. We were looking good. But I did all that. Yeah, because that just and so when I was in high school, Ingram, our colors were blue, gray, and white. And I got the order, made the order because I was like, we had the gray face mask. Like, nah, we got color face mask. So I placed the order with athletic supply, organized all that, collected all the money, got all the face masks, and we had the color face mask, the white face mask. Because my thing was, yeah, granted, you got to play.
Yeah.
Okay, but you got to look good when you play.
Hey,
come on,
you don't look good, you can't play good.
That was my philosophy. So anybody that remembers me from high school knows that grew up with me call me Ricky. So anybody call me Ricky, that's either family or someone know me from a long time ago, and they knew that was. I remember running into somebody. I went to years later high school, and they started talking about, yeah, you were this, that, and the other. I was like, oh my goodness, I was like that back then.
Yeah,
Even worse back then. But they remembered. I was like, oh man, you remember that, bro?
I'm scared running into anybody I know out of West Savannah.
Yeah, man. So again, want to welcome all of you. Edwin and I just
this should be a pretty good game.
A little bit, yes, sir.
Some good-looking ball players, and I talked to Coach Blanchard, a gentleman I coached at South Carolina State. And he told me, look out for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if y'all see if anybody down here that can play.
Yeah.
So we got Barrington at South Carolina State, and we going down and see if we get us a couple of more down there.
Yeah. So it is chilly. We are at Memorial Stadium live on Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm Rick Dupree, Edwin Bailey, the Seahawk legend, Taylor Kareen running the show. I'll tell you what, she just letting our founder and station manager know, look, this is how you got to do it.
Well, I love him. I love him to death, but I think he's done now.
Yeah, she like, bruh, you got to turn that mic off so we don't get that feedback. She letting him know.
Yeah. And then, when it's all said and done, Daddy.
I know. Ooh, my goodness. So,
okay.
We are getting 2:50 on the clock, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And so we are about to start game number 2 here at Memorial Stadium. And so what you see, I don't know if we have a camera on it, but at midfield now, which is the new rule this year, each team will only have one player out at midfield with a couple of the referees. And they will do the coin toss, which they're doing right now. And it looks like, let's see who wins it. Looks like Garfield won the toss. And so Garfield.
Nope, they declined.
Yep, Garfield's going to defer to the second half. And let's see, I think Garfield's going to choose the kick. Yep. So Garfield won the toss. They deferred. They will receive in the second half. They will kick. Rainier Beach will receive here. So we are about ready to get underway here in just a few moments. I'm going to take a quick break, get a little bit of hot tea, and we will be ready to roll and bring you game number 2 here in about 2 minutes live at Memorial Stadium.
The numbers ain't that big, but I think they got enough guys that can play.
All right. We are about ready. The clock is ticking down, Mr. Bailey. Excuse me.
Certainly.
And we are ready to go, as they would say.
I know I'm ready to go.
All righty then. Yes, you may. All right. All right, as we are getting set up here.
So just think about how he's going to be, sweetheart, when you put him in the nursing home.
What do you need? I will return in a moment here. We're getting technical difficulties worked out. Say that again. Which email do you want me to send it to? Send it to my Gmail. DupreeRick22@gmail.
Okay, just
The StreamYard for this game is the same that Daniel sit down?
you just received an email for it. It's basically called like StreamYard.
Here, I just got it. Taylor Crank, do you want me to shut that?
Allow access.
Oh, you got to turn the camera around. He has an iPhone Plus.
Oh.
Okay. All right, 12 minutes showing on the clock, and we are about ready to start. Garfield kicking off, Rainier Beach receiving. And I will try to make out these numbers. I'm going to ask your help, Edwin, because Rainier Beach has the soft blue on the orange, hard to see what those numbers are. So I'm not sure the gentlemen who are deep, but here we go. The kick, and we are underway. It is a wobbly kick, and it is taken on the 1 yard line. And the Rainier Beach receiver gets it out to about the 18, 19 yard line.
Yeah.
And he was doing a little bit of side to side, a little bit of jawing back and forth there. I believe that was number 19, if I'm not mistaken. That would be Lemanuel Donaldson with the return, the junior. So Rainier Beach will have it 1st and 10. Looks like he got it out to the 20. That's where they're spotting the ball on the 20-yard line. So the Vikings will start off 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line after about a 19-yard return by I believe that was Lemanuel Donaldson, like I said. Anyway, quarterback is in the gun, and the handoff, broken tackle there, and slips down. That is number 24, T. Elijah Holloway, the junior running back, picks up about a yard, and he slipped a tackle in the backfield there, Edwin. But then
I'm surprised he got away from it.
Yeah. But then lost his footing. But help me, I'm trying to see the number of the quarterback. I believe that is number 5, DeMarco Jones, the senior, starting at quarterback. It is.
Yeah.
So Jones in the background. He's got two in the quarterback rather. He's got a receiver that is Shakai Davis. Oh my goodness, and a hit right there. That was big, number 57 for the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
Breaking through the line and stopping the runner. That is Matua Whalen.
Well, nobody tried to even attempt to block Matua.
Yeah, Matua Whalen, and that is about a 6-yard loss back to the 17-yard line. I call it about a 4 or 5 yard loss to the 17-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 for Rainier Beach. Wide to the right is wide receiver Jalen Green. And quarterback DeMarco Jones in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left, the short side of the field. And he's looking to that left side. He's got a receiver open and a good hit right at the point of attack where the catch was made. And it's going to be a gain up to about the 26-yard line, but about 4 yards short of the first down. So I believe that Rainier Beach will be punting away if they are smart. And deep for the Bulldogs, looks like number 6, Jacoby Cochran. junior wide receiver, defensive back for the Bulldogs, along with on the far side of the field. I'm trying to see. I believe that's number 5, maybe.
He's a long young man.
Angus Vlacity.
Angus. Really?
Well, Rainier Beach maybe. Yeah, it looks like. Let's see if no, they're not. High punt. Oh, high snap rather. Kick off the side of the foot. It's going to be high but short.
That's coming back.
Yep. And so it is down right there at about the 40. Let's see where they spot it. 46-yard line, I believe.
That's a little too sporty.
Yeah.
They need to just line up.
Down by Dylan Spencer.
They need to just line up and go through the right process.
Yeah.
A little too sporty.
So at quarterback for the Bulldogs, a freshman, E.J. Kamanong.
19-yard punt.
And he's a freshman there. Single back. He's got the 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Ball is in the center of the field at the 46-yard line. Garfield. And looking to his right, nowhere in the scramble. And the freshman making a little bit of something happening there. Yeah. E.J. Kamanong. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Caminong. Kamanong. That's what I'm going to be calling him unless you let us know. If you're his family, you're listening, and I'm pronouncing that wrong, let me know. Send us a message on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch.
Who is that in there? Defensive tackle. Look like number 55 or number 55?
We will see in a
moment. Oh,
moment.
he's at defensive end now.
On the far end there, yeah, you're right.
That's a big young'un.
So Kamanong in the gun. Brings his receiver across, and they're going to have somebody jump across. I believe that's going to be a defensive encroachment. Nope, they're saying. Well, check that. That's on Garfield. False start on the Bulldogs. So the 5-yard gain they had on that first down, or 4-yard gain,
that's out in the
nullified. Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 from the Rainier Beach 47-yard line for the Bulldogs. No score here, first quarter, 8:29 left to play in quarter number 1 of game number 2. And then make sure to join us tomorrow night as well. We'll be live here at 5 o'clock as we have the opening weekend coverage of football.
I'll be here.
Yes, and I shall as well.
Oh!
And boy, I tell you what, Rainier Beach with the blitz and in there, getting the runner in the backfield. That is Scottry Humphrey. And Humphrey stopping the Bulldog runner for a big loss back to the 48-yard line. So Garfield, 2 plays, and they're going backwards. They're going the wrong direction right now, Edwin.
Yes, sir.
So quarterback E.J. Kamanong looking to the sideline, getting the play from his coach.
Like Rainier Beach got the right plays dialed up.
Yeah, Rainier Beach blitzing. They had it coming that time, all on the right side, and they just overloaded Garfield. Garfield couldn't pick up those guys coming in. So Kamanong's got a running back behind him and 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left.
Up!
And we're gonna have Rainier Beach jump that time. So going to be encroachment. Yeah, the Vikings a little bit anxious there, trying to get back to the quarterback. So that 5-yard penalty that Garfield had a couple of plays ago is going to be the favor returned by the Vikings. So that will move the box up to the 47-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs in Rainier Beach territory, but need 11 yards, 3rd and 11. And so hope you're enjoying the coverage as well. We have multiple cameras here, and Tony B down near the sideline there. Kamanong looking, he's looking back. He's pressured, he cuts up, but he's going to be sacked back for about a 4-yard loss.
Rainier Beach sound defense.
Getting a lot of pressure on him.
Yes,
that sack was a Dallas Afalava. Yeah, Dallas Afalava, sophomore, and he got the sack there. So Garfield is going to have to punt it away. 4th, they're back on their side of the field at the 48-yard line. 4th and what is that, about 16. So they are going to punt it away.
Oh!
And a high snap. Okay, but the kicker's got plenty of time to get it, and he's going to get it off. And a great job by the punter to go retrieve the ball and then to get the punt off. And it's going to be a short punt at that, about a little less than 10 yards. But I tell you what, it could have been a lot worse.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, he's a cool customer.
Yeah, because the punt, the snap was way over his head. Well, we got the video. If you're watching, you saw it way over his head. He would retrieve the ball and had time to get the kick off, and he did a great job of at least just getting it off. And even though the punt only traveled about 8-9 yards, it could have been a lot worse.
Tony B got a crew working here, man.
Yes, sir.
Somebody taking pictures.
Yeah, we got
He's
camera
running video. He must be trying to win some type of award or something.
I don't know. Yes, sir. All right, the Vikings.
Let's see here. What you all gonna do?
And the handoff up the middle.
Ooh, that young man there got some pop in him now.
And I believe I'm trying to see the number of that ball carrier.
24.
24. That was T. Elijah Holloway. Junior running back pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
T. Elijah got a little burst in it, don't
he got something in there.
I like T. Elijah.
Seeing Garfield rushing up the defense. And pressure on the quarterback, but he is able to scramble away, and gets the pass away and makes a completion. So a great play there.
I don't know, Rick. Now, he might have been out of bounds, Rick.
DeMarco Jones, let's see. Oh, yeah, looks
the quarterback might have been out of bounds. Something happened right out of bounds right there.
So let's see the referee back at the original line of scrimmage. Are they going to? Okay, so they are discussing a flag is down. So it looks like DeMarco Jones, he was scrambling to his left. Hold on, let's see what they say.
Penalty on the play. Unsportsmanlike personal foul charged against Rainier Beach.
Okay, so there was a personal foul charge against Rainier Beach. I'm not sure who it was.
I don't know what happened now.
So that will nullify the game. So it was a really good scramble by DeMarco Jones, and he found a receiver, completed it for a short gain, but there was a unsportsmanlike conduct. So the ball is going to go all the way back to the 29-yard line. So my goodness, that's going to be 2nd and 21, 25 to go. So in motion is Shakai Davis, and the pass up, looking for Davis, and it's up for grabs. And
he almost got that on the camera.
I tell you what. That was almost playing back there. The safety for Garfield was number 5, Angus Vlacity. And Vlacity almost got the pick there. So that's going to make it 3rd and 25 for Rainier Beach at their own 29-yard line. Senior quarterback DeMarco Jones in the huddle. Coming from the sideline has the play. And now they break the huddle. And again, make sure you can tune in and see the video live on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. And it looks like in the backfield as running back is Scott Tree Humphrey. And now receiver in motion. That is number 5. No, check that. Number 6, because number 5.
Whoa!
A great pass over the middle, and a great move. Oh my goodness, Jalen Green. So DeMarco Jones found Jalen Green running a post pattern across the middle, and Green just very, very smoothly put a nice little move.
And my man waited till he went through that second window.
Yeah.
When he got in that second window, he hit it. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
And so what's happened? So play. So Garfield, well, I think they snapped it before the chains were set, but a flag is going to go down. Let's see.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and they're calling illegal procedure on Rainier Beach.
Yeah.
So what Rainier Beach is doing a little bit, Edwin, and Garfield's going to have to be, they're going to have to pay attention. The defense, they're going to have to get set up immediately, because what Rainier Beach is doing on a first down or something like that, they're getting on the line and they're snapping it like almost like a no sound, no call snap.
Every big play.
Yeah,
so you standing around being mad and kicking the ground.
Right. So Garfield's going to have to get back and get set, and Rainier Beach is going to catch them off guard. So quarterback DeMarco Jones in the gun.
Oh, good block.
Great blocking and running. He's got some room here to the right side, and he's got some room. He's going. That is number 8,
face mask,
which is Namir Robinson, and you might recognize that last name, Robinson. Yes, he of Nate Robinson.
Oh.
Nate Robinson's son,
His
Namir,
blood-
sophomore.
His
We
blood-
saw,
he got good bloodline.
yeah, nice run there by Namir Robinson. You remember we saw him last year on the basketball court as a freshman.
And they're back
And
on the line.
very
Scrimmage
poised,
already.
yeah. So Jones out. He's got a receiver out there. I believe that is number 6, Shakai Davis. And Davis is kind of a little screen out in the flats, and Davis maybe got a yard or so. So Rainier Beach, 2nd and 9 on the 18-yard line.
Rick, who's number 55 for Rainier Beach?
55 for Rainier Beach is Joshua Connerly Jr.
Height?
We don't have the height and weight listed on this roster here, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
But he's
the big left tackle.
big left tackle, huh? So Rainier Beach, 2nd and 9, driving.
Oh, good move up inside.
And the handoff to T. Elijah Holloway. Holloway tries to cut it back in the middle of the field. He gets maybe a couple yards down to the 15. No, they're going to say the 17-yard line. So maybe a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Ball's on the 17-yard line of the Bulldogs. Rainier Beach driving, trying to get on the scoreboard here. 4:10 left to play in the first quarter, rather, I should say. And our first game saw Ballard a 15-7 winner over Seattle Prep. So pre-snap whistle. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. Timeout, Rainier Beach.
Timeout on the field, called by Rainier Beach.
Yes, sir.
Their first of the half.
Ooh, it is getting chilly out here.
No, Rick. No, it ain't chilly, bro. It's cold. It's cold here.
I'm going to drink some of this hot tea.
I'll tell you what. We'll be out here tomorrow, right? I'm going to have me some hot tea.
Well, and it'll be a little bit earlier. We got a 5 o'clock game, so we'll be done earlier. But you may have to get that base layer, get some tights on underneath. I got the turtleneck here trying to stay warm, but man, let me tell you,
I'm
Shocky. Thank you. Forgive me. Thank you for letting us know. And Taylor Kareen on that. So we appreciate that. Those of you listening, like I said, we are doing our best. My grandson's name is Shakai, spelled differently than this. This is S-H-A-K-I, so Shocky. Thank you. Thank you very much for that correction.
Taylor Green. Outstanding job, young lady.
Kind of like you remember Eddie Murphy in what was it? In Trading Places, they were on the train and he was non-Juibico. He said, "Thank you for correcting my English, which stinks." So thank you for correcting me and getting this right. Shocky in the house, Shocky Davis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. Okay. So out of the timeout, Rainier Beach has a 3rd and 8 on the Garfield 17-yard line. Quarterback DeMarco Jones has 2 running backs beside him, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Whistle blows. The snap. He's looking to his right. He's got a receiver wide open, but he's hanging it up there. But the receiver comes back and gets it.
My goodness.
I tell you what, if and that was it looks like is that 19?
I can't even see it, Rick.
I believe that was number 19 receiver, LeManuel Donaldson. And again, forgive us for those of you listening. It's a little bit difficult for us to see. Well, number one, I'm just old, but that light blue on the orange jersey, a little bit harder to see. But I tell you what, if DeMarco Jones could have just zipped that in there, that would have been a touchdown. But LeManuel did a good job coming back. So 1st and goal for Rainier Beach inside the 5. The handoff and gang tackle there. And he's going to be stopped back at about the 5-yard line, it looks like.
Carrier met in the center of the line.
So it will be
at the 5-yard
so
line.
no gain.
Loss of 1.
No, check that. Loss of 1. It was on the 4-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Vikings at the Garfield 5-yard line. Bulldogs trying to have a goal line stand here. And Rainier Beach obviously trying to punch it in for the first score of the game. 3:14 left to play here in the first quarter. We are live at Memorial Stadium. Rick Dupree, Edwin Bailey, Taylor Kareen, and the team. And we are bringing you live coverage of Metro League football. Friday Night Lights.
Yes, sir.
And the snap, and it's
fumble.
on the ground. And it's on the ground again. And it looks like Garfield made, let's see. So DeMarco Jones, and Garfield's going to have it. So DeMarco Jones The ball was bouncing on the ground. He picked it up, but then lost it again, and Garfield was able to recover it. So the Bulldogs with a much-needed goal line stand there as Rainier Beach was driving. They were on the 5-yard line. Started that on the 4-yard line. So the Bulldogs defense comes up big, and the turnover. So Garfield will have the ball 1st and 10 on, I believe, the 12-yard line. No, check that, 15-yard line. So Garfield 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. And the handoff. And I want to say that's number 12. It looks like. Yes, it was Leon Neal.
That was some great pursuit there.
And remembered Leon Neal from last year, and also his father, former Husky player of the same name. And Leon Neal in his senior year, nowhere to go on that one. Lucky just to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 15-yard line. 2:20 left to go here in the first quarter. No score of game number 2, the doubleheader that we are bringing you live here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Cameron, a lot of pressure. He's trying to, and he slips down, and that's gonna be about a 6-yard loss. So EJ Cameron, and again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But he had a lot of pressure, was looking to his right, was not able to find a receiver, and a loss of 6 back to the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 16 at the 9. And so far in this ball game, neither offense has been able to get much going. Rainier Beach had a nice drive there, took it all the way down, aided by a couple of good pass plays, and they just were not able to punch it in, and Garfield forced the turnover. So
4th and 5?
3rd. Say that again. Oh, that's wrong. No, 3rd. It's 3rd.
Oh,
3rd and 16. And Kameni's got a receiver on the end, and he hit Finn Scully. Scully had to go down to the ground to make the catch, and his knee was on the ground, so obviously blown dead right there. He got back close to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 4th and 12 at the 13-yard line. So the Bulldogs punting unit comes on the field, and deep for Rainier Beach looks like number 8, Namir Robinson, along with on the far side of the field, I want to say that might be number 6
or number 9.
Shacky Davis, I believe.
Oh, good punt. Good grief.
And Davis is going to bounce, one bounce, and Davis gets it on the hop, and he's on the run. Oh, and a great block. And Davis, great block by Robinson, and they may call him on a flag there, but Edwin, it looked like it was just a good block.
Yeah, that was a great block.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if they're going to call him on
well,
that.
you know, the blind side block is an illegal block now. So that stops me from hustling to get an angle to knock you out. But
I mean, he got him on the front. I mean, he wasn't like he got him on the backside.
He hustled to get him get his ankle.
Yeah.
You know, so now you're taking the hustle out of the game.
Yeah.
For calling blindside blocks. Unbelievable.
So the referees conferring there. It looks like it's going to go against Rainier Beach and Namir Robinson with what we, from our vantage point, look like a great block.
Just a great. Hey, that kid was hustling.
Yeah. So let's see where they spot the ball. Rainier Beach. Yeah, they said illegal block. It was not in the back. We were sitting here watching. It was not in the back. Yeah, Namir Robinson not happy. I see him there, and I agree with him, you know. But with that said, they call a illegal block in the back on Namir Robinson, and so the Vikings will have a 1st and 10. Let's see where they spot the ball. It looks like they're going to spot it on about the 36-yard line, I believe. Yep, that's what they're going to do. So with 56.4 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the Vikings will start out 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. And quarterback DeMarco Jones in the gun, one back with him in the backfield, 2 receivers to his right on the short side of the field, 1 to the left, slot back on the left, and the handoff, Namir Robinson. Robinson cuts it back from the left to the right, and he's going to have about 3 yards, maybe up to the 39-yard line.
Robinson got a little stop and go in him.
Oh, yeah. I believe that was Robinson, not Shacky Davis. Was that Shacky Davis? No, I believe that was Robinson. Getting number 6 and number 8 mixed up there.
That left tackle is a big young man.
Oh, yes. So DeMarco Jones in the gun. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's looking to his right, now spins to the left and gets away from a tackle, but then there to clean up is number 44. That is Uriah Givens. Uriah Givens with the stop. Uriah with the sack.
Sound like he's from Georgia, Alabama. Uriah.
So that's going to.
That was a good hustle play by that kid.
Yeah.
Very good hustle play.
So again, DeMarco Jones, a good job of avoiding the pressure, but I tell you, there was just too much. Yeah, there was too much coming.
Well, Uriah came under control.
Yeah. So Uriah with the sack. So that's going to take the ball back to about the 29. So that's going to make it 3rd, and let's see if I can count up right. 10, about 17 or so. So as they move the chains, we're going to take a short break. The video will stay on, so stay with us right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Get Garfield for that, taking down DeMarco Jones. So a lot of pressure on DeMarco Jones, but it looked like somebody grabbed him around the neck, and they're going to call that. It was inadvertent, so it'll be interesting to see, Edwin, if it's a 5-yard penalty or do they say a unsportsmanlike? Is it 15 and an automatic first down? We'll see what the referees say in just a moment here, because it was 3rd and long.
Tackling with the face mask.
Okay,
Automatic 15.
No, they're marking on 5, so inadvertent.
Oh.
He didn't hold on to it. It was a quick, he grabbed the face mask and let go, didn't hold on to it. And so, referee discretion there.
Wow.
Let's see. Or maybe, let's see. They're marking the spot of the foul, or they're marking where. Yeah, so it looks like they're calling basically a 5-yard. They'll play the down again. So it looks like, Edwin, 5 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's only on the 28-yard line. So it's still at the original line of scrimmage of that play. So 3rd and 17. Jones back. He's looking. He's got a receiver. Ball's up, and it's knocked down. And so kind of just threw that up for grabs, Edwin. And there for Garfield to knock it down was number 13, D. Dukes.
I tell you what, if I was Rainier Beach, I would run the same thing again. Because the receiver coming from the left came wide open running.
So that's going to make an incomplete, though, a 4th down, Edwin. So 4th and 17. So Rainier Beach sitting out the punting unit. 11:30 left to play here in the first half of game number 2 of our doubleheader. Hope you're enjoying our live coverage of prep football Friday night under the lights at Memorial Stadium. And game number 2, Garfield and Rainier Beach. And Rainier Beach set to punt. The Bulldogs with the deep men at about midfield.
He's not 10 yards back, is he? The punter?
Barely.
Right.
High snap, but he gets it. The kick. And it's going to come down at about then a nice bounce.
Yeah.
Came down about the 36 and down. Now it's coming back, so get on it.
Yeah.
And they do get on it at about the 31-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10, their first possession of the second quarter. First offensive possession, I should say, possession of the football. And they will have 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. 11:32 left to play here in the first half. No score. Game number 2, Garfield and Rainier Beach live on Rainier Avenue Radio. So
I'll tell you what, there's some slight young men on that sideline. Those are not the biggest guys in the world.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the 31. And the handoff.
Good
that is
tackle.
Leon Neal. Leon Neal nowhere to go.
Very good tackle.
Leon Neal trying to make something happen. He's going to be stopped for about a 3 or 4 yard loss back to the 27. Yep, loss of 4 back to the 27. So it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. BJ Kamanong back. He's got in the gun. He's got 2 running backs, one on either side of him. 2 receivers split to his right. And maybe a broken play. They were looking for someone to hand off to, and no one was there.
Got him again.
And there is the Rainier Beach defense. And so the Bulldogs calling timeout here, trying to regroup. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 16. Ball's on the 25-yard line.
On the field, called by Garfield, their first of the half.
So the Bulldogs with the timeout, trying to regroup and get the offense going. That when they right now, Rainier, they have not figured out. Rainier Beach looks like they're throwing some stunts at them and bringing a few guys, in there, and they're just overwhelming Garfield right now.
Overwhelming them, and they're off balance.
So the Bulldogs, and again, Edwin, you see there are a number of Garfield coaches with the team, and that is a change this year. They're allowing the coaches to come out, multiple coaches to be able to come out and strategize in a timeout. As you see there, it looks like Garfield's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7.
7, a cheerleader on the outside, a cheerleader, a manager. 8.
Yep.
No, those coaches, they got pads.
Yeah. So Garfield will have it 3rd and 16 on their own 25-yard line. 10:32 left to go here in the first half. No score. Rick Dupree along with Edwin Bailey bring you live coverage of Metro League football Friday night under the lights at Memorial Stadium.
Yes, sir.
And coming on looking, he's pressured and he just gets rid of it. And he had no choice, I tell you, Edwin. And again, that pressure that Rainier Beach is bringing.
They're bringing face pressure to him.
Yeah.
It's coming right in his face, and he's not making the adjustments.
No, and as a freshman, I mean, he is.
Ain't much you can do.
Yeah.
So they're not slowing him down up front now.
No. So, as a coaching staff, that's you got to figure out, do you bring in an extra guy or 2 to give him some time? And maybe have a couple of running backs back there, or put a couple of tight ends, put a couple of your bigger guys there in the slot, and allow them to help out a little bit. So Garfield back to punt.
Cut out on your splits and go man to man, mano a mano.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, good punt.
The punt comes down and
he hit him.
Didn't look like no. They're saying it didn't. So Garfield downs it at the 48-yard line, I believe it is. So Rainier Beach will have great field position on their own 48-yard line, so only 52 yards away from pay dirt, Edwin.
Yes, sir.
And they will have a chance as the
Getting
Bulldogs.
something done.
Yes, sir. So again, we appreciate you joining us here on Rainier Avenue Radio for our coverage of prep football.
27 yards.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
48.
So DeMarco Jones, forgive me. And the handoff to,
Oh, you got 5.
I believe that was T. Elijah Holloway. Holloway off the left side across midfield, and as Edwin said, 5 yards there. So in contrast to the Garfield offensive line, Edwin, the Rainier Beach offensive line seemed like they're getting a little push there.
They got to feel. They got to feel what they want to get done. And they're some good sized young men.
Yeah.
You know, again, I still like the look of this left tackle right here.
Garfield's lining it with four down linemen. So
Got him.
Up. He's got a receiver open high, and it's going to be caught. It's brought down. Oh, and a great catch.
Man, he stayed in bounds.
Yes,
man.
he did, and I believe that was number 1, Keywan Brown. So DeMarco Jones to Keywan Brown all the way down to the Bulldog 14-yard line, and the Vikings knocking at the door once again.
Keywan got that look.
Yeah, he did. So the fake, a handoff up the middle, and not a lot of room there. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2.
Rick, if he goes to the right, he's still running.
Still running, yeah, and that was a T. Elijah Holloway. And we're going to get another timeout. Looks like a referee timeout. So they're going to give Holloway a gain of 2. Ball's at the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 to go. And, so injured player coming out. He's walking off. Quentin Jordan. That's a big young man there.
Yes, he is. Either that or that's a very small little trainer.
So, but he walks off under his own power. He's okay. Replacing him for the Bulldogs is D. Dukes coming in. On the other side of the ball, the Vikings trying to punch it in. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 12-yard line, forgive me. They've got to get it down to the 4-yard line for first down. DeMarco Jones. And I want to believe that is Namir Robinson in the backfield with him. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fake to Robinson, a quick out to, great move by, I believe that was Shacky Davis. Yeah. And I tell you what, it was a quick hitter out to Shacky Davis. He made a great move at the line of scrimmage to get away, and then right at the 1-yard line to get in the end zone.
Stop.
Yeah. So DeMarco Jones to Shacky Davis, touchdown Rainier Beach as they draw first blood here, 6-0 in the second quarter over the Garfield Bulldogs. And they have chosen to go for 2, not even bringing a kicker on that one. We ain't wasting no time on that one.
Yeah, don't get out here and stay out front. Get out front.
So Jones has got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and Namir Robinson in the background with him.
You know, when
in the backfield, I should say, with him.
Talk to his left tackle.
And the handoff to Robinson. Robinson spins in, and he's got the extra point. He's in there.
Pull his left tackle. I like that left tackle, man.
So Namir Robinson gets it in, and with 8:41 left to play in the first half, Edwin, Rainier Beach drawing first blood. They lead it 8-0 over Garfield.
Oh, boy.
Vikings scoring drive started following a punt down.
Ooh, I tell you what, tomorrow night, man, we're going to have to bring in some wool socks.
I'm doubling up on socks.
Yeah. Making my feet is feeling it right now.
I'm wearing my snowshoes.
Yes, sir. Oh, my. So
I done ate something and done got full and want to go to sleep, but I'm too cold to sleep.
No, you can't leave me now, big fella. Shoot.
I gotta call my wife to come and get me.
Man, first part of the game, I said, "Where big fella at, man? I'm on my own." Tony B was here with me for a minute, then he ducked out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we got to keep it going.
Yes, sir.
So Rainier Beach with the 8-0 lead here, 8:41 left to go in the first half. Game number 2 of our doubleheader. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. I'm Rick Dupree along with Seahawks legend Edwin Bailey. And I just want to remind you can join us every Monday night at 6:30 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio .world. We're followed by Litline Sports, Granville Emerson, Peppy Bean, and the team. and all of our sports program. Masvidal, you can hear him not only on Seattle Sports Weekly, but also on Metro Sports Weekly on Thursdays with Pat McCarthy of the Metro League. And so that's every Thursday night. You want to make sure to tune in. And then also Masvidal with his regular show. You can hear it all right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. You've got Mark Bryant doing the fitness corner, Paul Schneiderman, and whistles and a flag, pre-snap. And let's see what the ref is calling.
Oh, he's going to tell the white hat.
Oh, it looks like they got 12 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they got 12 players on the field. That's the problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm counting wrong. Let's see what they tell us. Well, they're going to go back. So whatever it is, it's on a pre-snap penalty on the Vikings, and they're going back.
Too many players.
Well, they say unsportsmanlike conduct. So is that okay? I thought I counted 12 players on there. So we say hello to our viewers and our listeners. You see, we're sitting here, got the hands in the pocket. We're trying to stay warm. I'll tell you what.
I done gave up. I'm just going to freeze.
So Tony B running the camera. Tony B, the brains behind Rainier Avenue Radio, running the show.
He's up and down the sideline, taking names, taking tickets, buying drinks. He's just out of control.
Doing it all. Okay, so Rainier Beach will kick it back from the 25.
Well, they should get a good field position here now.
The kick, and it's a nice kick. It's going to be fielded by the Bulldogs at the 30-yard line, the return.
Oh,
and a nice return across midfield and still running. That is number 6, Jacoby Cochran. And Cochran takes it all the way to the Rainier Beach, and a flag on the far side of the field, Edwin, so we'll see what that is. But he's brought down at about the 47-yard line.
Oh, they got 2 flags out there, Rick.
Yeah, it looks like it's going back against
the
Bulldogs.
That's the T.
Well,
I think that was a T.
Oh, okay. So one's a T, but the other's a flag there on the 45-yard line. So we got the referee there at midfield with the ball.
I said that a minute ago, sir.
Yeah, and it's going against the Bulldogs. It's coming back, and that's a big one back, 15-yarder. Blocking the back on the return. So the Bulldogs will now start, in contrast to being across midfield, they're at the 35-yard line. Still not bad field position, Edwin, but
I'll take it.
You know, you'd rather be across midfield than have less than 50 to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We've got to clean this up, Edwin. It's
getting a little sloppy.
Yeah, just a little bit. But, you know, I mean, you expect that the first game of the season, and these kids, you know, it's been over a year, and the practices, you know, it's more difficult to practice, obviously, because you're to a certain degree of the practice we're in pods and smaller groups.
Yeah.
A handoff inside, and I believe that is number 12, Leon Neal. And Leon Neal right up the middle, gains about a yard, maybe 2. Nope, they're going to give him a yard to the 36. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. 8:15 left to play here in the first half. Rainier Beach leading Garfield 8-0. So coming to the line, quarterback E.J. Kamenong. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Now in motion is Jacoby Cochran. And flag. And, boy, I tell you what, Rainier Beach is just the pressure they are putting on the Bulldogs is relentless.
It looks as if they've got the snap count figured out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They call it illegal procedure, false start on the Bulldogs, so that'll go back 5 yards. So now it'll be 2nd and 14. So 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. They are at their own 31-yard line, 31-yard line, trailing 8-0. So Kamenong's got 2 receivers to his right, which is the wide side of the field, 2 to the left, 1 back behind him. And a lot of pressure. Once again, he's trying to scramble away, and he's going to be sacked. and a flag. And Edwin, let's see what the call is.
I think it's going to be incidental face mask.
I mean, again, it didn't even look like. It certainly wasn't a grab. Let's see what the call is. A flag went down as Kamenong was being sacked. There were 3 different Viking players there. Yep, and that's exactly it, Edwin. You called it.
Rainier Beach, a dead ball personal foul.
They called a dead ball personal foul, grabbing the face mask. So that'll be an automatic first down, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. The ball comes out to the 35-yard line. 30, maybe we'll call it the 36. Looks like the nose of the football is on the 36-yard line. So why are they saying here? Oh, check that. No, it's not automatic first down. Forgive me. So it makes it 2nd and 9. So ball's at the 36-yard line, 2nd and 9. You hear the wind blowing. The hawk is out, as they say.
Yes, sir.
But, of course, it's not the hawk, which was Spencer. And the pass from Kamenong to number 81, Rowley Canali. And Canali, gain of 7 yards out to the 43-yard line. So they're making 4th and 3 for the Bulldogs. You remember my man, 43, it'd be 4th and 2. Check that. 3rd down. 3rd and 2. I said 4th. 3rd and 2. You remember Spencer for hire.
Of course.
And my man Avery Brooks. Spencer. he had that clean white BMW.
Look up.
Yeah.
Spencer get in the tight.
Yeah. And Kamenong looking for his receiver out there, Jacoby Cochran. Unfortunately, threw it to the ground.
Straight into the ground.
So it'll be 4th and 2 at the 43-yard line. And it looks like Coach Reggie Witherspoon keeps his offense out. This is no, we're going to go for it. I mean, your defense has played fairly well. Rainier Beach has moved the ball some. In that last drive, obviously a great drive, and they took it all the way down the field and got the touchdown. Yeah, it's early in the game. I might not gamble. I think I might punt it. Let's see if they have a quick kick here. Nope. Kamenong, he's got a receiver, and he completes it there, and a broken tackle there. That is Quentin Jordan, and Jordan down the sideline. Jordan's got some room. He might take it all the way. Jordan's going to get in there. Touchdown, Garfield.
Wow.
57 yards.
Wow.
57 yards, and the Bulldogs, the pass and the catch and run. Oh, my, what a play for the Garfield Bulldogs. And the big guy, Quentin Jordan, the senior, took it down the sideline. And Edwin, he
picked up a couple of blocks along the way.
Yes, he did. Made a nice cut inside.
Yes, sir.
And broke a tackle at the goal line and fell into the end zone. So E.J. Kamenong to Quentin Jordan for the touchdown. The Bulldogs on the scoreboard. And they're going to do it the old-fashioned way. They're going to try to kick it in there to be a 20-yard extra point try. The snap is no good. It's bobbled, and but hey.
Got him.
Oh, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion. A broken play. Finn Scully, tell you what, Finn Scully did a great job of avoiding the pressure. Then he saw out there in the flats number.
Hey, he stayed composed.
Yeah, he did. And I'm trying to say, Edwin, I thought it looked like it was number 20 out there. I don't see a number 20 on the roster here who caught the 2-point conversion. But nevertheless, that ties the score up at 8 with 6:21 left to play here in the first half.
Bulldogs scored drive with 65 yards, 4 plays, 1 first down with an elapsed time of 2 minutes and 20
So you heard a 4-play, 65-yard drive for the Bulldogs to get the touchdown. And the big play coming on to Quentin Jordan, and he went 57 yards for the touchdown. All right, Edwin, I think I'm going to have to get back up on my feet and move around, baby.
Hey, you might do some jumping jacks.
It's getting cold out here. when I left the house. My wife said, "Well, you're wearing that coat? That's the kind of thing." I said, "That's a warm coat." She said, "Well, you need." I said, "I'm an adult. I know how to dress myself."
All right, okay.
Yeah,
you better not go back home. I got an extra room. You can come over and hang out.
Really. Go back. I can't go back and say, "Man, I was cold." You was right.
Better not say nothing.
Yeah, regardless, man. Unless I was layered up, you're gonna be cold. You know,
Hey,
say, man.
It's gonna be a colder night tonight.
Yeah, I know. On that couch by myself, huh?
You know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Let me see you break it, son.
All right,
Let me see. Oh, if he could have just hit it a little faster.
Yep, and I believe that was Namir Robinson. A nice return. Yes, it was. Namir Robinson takes it out to the 30. Let's see where they spotted Edwin.
I think it's right at a 32 or 33.
53-yard pickup.
33. 33.
26-yard return.
So they say Namir Robinson with a 26-yard return out to the 33-yard line. So the Vikings with 6:11 left to play here in the first half. Tie score 8-all. Quarterback DeMarco Jones in the gun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. High snap. He hands it off. I believe that's Namir Robinson. Robinson shifty, some good moves there.
Tell you what, 3.
Yeah. Which he really should have been stopped. No,
Yeah,
check that. That wasn't Namir Robinson. That was number 24, T. Elijah Holloway. Forgive me. And Holloway
still showing that burst.
Yeah. He should have been stopped for a loss there, and he made some good moves to avoid being stopped for a loss and picked up 2 on that out to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Vikings at their own 35-yard line. 5:40 left to play here in the first half. And again, DeMarco Jones has 2 receivers to the wide side of the field on his right and 1 to the left. He's looking to the right now. He's scrambling to the right. He's under pressure.
He got somebody.
And he's just going to tuck it and run, and he's pushed out of bounds. He gets a few yards there, but Yamani Howell Bradley was there.
He got pretty good legs too, Rick.
Yeah. So pick up out to the 38-yard line. So it's going to make it 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. About a 3-yard pickup there. Nice scramble by the quarterback, DeMarco Jones. So he's got 1 receiver wide on the wide side to his left, 2 to his right. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot of running room there.
No, sir. No, sir, Rick.
And I believe that may have been Scott Humphrey. I believe that was number 9, and so no gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 5. And the Vikings will be forced to punt.
5 yards to go.
So the Vikings forced to punt. Edwin not able to advance the ball with the first down. And it's a short punt, goes out of bounds at about the 40. Yeah, it was. Well, I was trying to be nice, but I said short punt. Very short punt, goes out of bounds at about midfield. So the Bulldogs will take over the best field position, starting point, I should say, of the game thus far. 4:27 left to go in the first half. The score tied at 8 here at Memorial Stadium. I'm Rick Dupree, along with Seahawks legend, number 65, Edwin Bailey.
Yeah. Oh, you got me fired up.
Yes, sir.
That punt went all over about 7 yards.
Yeah. If that, huh? And we've got a timeout on the field. Why, I don't know, Edmund, because don't they know I am cold up here? We need this game to go.
Going on down the road. Let me see this here. Let me do some scouting work here.
Yes, sir.
Let me see here now. Football rosters. 55.
Sip on this tea. Try to warm up just a little bit.
I need more than a little tea to warm up. Let me see. This is what I need to see, right? Right, John. Oh, he's in the 11th grade, number 55.
So, Edwin, if people are just joining us, we are live. Rick Dupree, Edwin Bailey, Taylor Kareen, Tony B, my man with the locks. Brother, feel free to donate those to a brother that has no hair. Help a brother out. So we are live here at Memorial Stadium. And a tie score, 4:27 left to go here in the first half. Garfield and Rainier Beach tied at 8. The first game, Ballard, a 15-7 winner over Seattle Prep. So now the Bulldogs 1st and 10 at midfield. And a quick pass in and a grab. And I believe, Edwin, if I'm not mistaken, that is Shacky Davis. And Shacky Davis
went and got a first down.
Yeah, Shacky Davis got on the right and then cut it back
Yes,
toward midfield, or rather toward the middle of the field, I should say, and gets it across the 40-yard line down to about the 38-yard line. So a pickup of 12 on that. So Shacky Davis, little catch and run, and he got that first on his own, made a few people miss.
Shacky gets special when he gets that ball in his hand.
Yes, indeed. Shacky Davis, a junior for the Bulldogs. So now quarterback, Marco Jones has, or rather, check that. I'm sorry, I was given that. I was looking at the wrong roster there. Forgive me. That was Jacoby Cochran. Jacoby Cochran, forgive me. So Jacoby Cochran with the nice catch and run for the first down. And now on this, there was a penalty, so it's going to bring it back. We'll let you know what that was in a moment.
Illegal forward pass.
So an illegal forward. I was going to say, I don't know what that sign is, where the referee kind of putting his hand behind his back there like that.
Doesn't matter. Ate a little bit too many beans.
So illegal forward pass. And that's going to be, it looks like a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to bring the ball back to the 43-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have a 1st and 15 on the Rainier Beach 43-yard line. Score tied at 8 with 3:53 left to go here in the first half of the second of our doubleheader here at Memorial Stadium. Opening weekend of Metro League football. And again, the teams will not compete for a state championship this year, but they are competing, which, Edwin, is just great to get these kids back on the field doing what they love to do. And, just with the pandemic, I mean, so much has been taken away. We're remote school. They're, at school at home on a computer, not able to participate in activities.
Yes,
so
sir.
As we're starting to transition back into the classroom and in activities, it's great to see opening weekend here. And so they'll play a short season, an abbreviated 5-week season with a couple of weeks of kind of a round robin type of playoff. And that first down throw by EJ Kamenong is short, goes to the ground. So it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Bulldogs. But anyway, so we'll have 5 weeks here. We'll bring you 3 doubleheaders. So we've got a doubleheader this week. Next week, I believe we have 1 game on Friday, 1 on Saturday. Then week 3, we'll have a doubleheader. Week 4, and then we'll finish up with the doubleheader on week 5, Friday night. And then there'll be 2 weeks of playoffs. And so, and again, just kind of a round robin, and that will finish the season for the league. Kamenong under pressure, and he steps up and avoids the pressure and gets hit from behind as he's trying to get the pass away. And I tell you what, the pressure from Rainier Beach has been literally relentless this first half.
About 3 or 4 guys on defense that can flat play football.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, EJ Kamenong did a great job that time of avoiding the pressure, stepped up again, and was just in the process of throwing, was hit from behind.
Hit in the middle of the bat.
Yeah.
And number 55 looks like Claude Humphrey. Old Atlanta Falcon and Philadelphia Eagle.
Claude Humphrey.
You have to, I mean, just big and bow-legged, just like Claude.
Yeah.
And he's playing. He is playing pretty hard too.
So the punt is off, and a decent punt, and it's going to hit down and go out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Oh my goodness!
So that is Marcus Merkelbach, who is the kicker for the Bulldogs, and Merkelbach gets a great bounce, and it's going to go out. So at the 3:26 mark left here in the first half, the Vikings will take over on their 1 yard line.
We're gonna let him wear them. We're gonna let him wear them orange shoes, Rick.
With a kick like that, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna let him wear them.
You're gonna be okay.
Knucklebach.
Yes, indeed, Marcus Merkelbach.
Yeah, close enough.
Merkelbach. All right, we got some food up in
Yeah,
here.
man, I gotta eat to stay warm.
Yeah,
I'm freezing.
and so with 3:26 left to go here in the first half, live at Memorial Stadium, Garfield and Rainier Beach tied at 8. And these young men out week number 1. And that is, on the right side there, and I believe.
And they threw a flag behind the play. 9 times out of 10, that's an offensive player doing something dumb.
Yep. And that was our quarterback. Okay, second down 1. I'm sorry, that was quarterback DeMarco Jones, and it looks like, so he gained about 9 on the play, but I believe that's coming back. Yep, Edwin, you called it holding on the Vikings, so that will nullify that play.
I've been in them situations a few times in my life.
Just a few, huh?
Oh, just a few.
Yes, sir. So they will have a first.
Wow, that receiver at the top over there, man, is a good-looking, big, tall receiver, isn't he?
So first and 10. So it was about the penalties half the distance to the goal. The line of scrimmage was on the 1 yard line. So
they put that about 6 inches back.
Yeah. So essentially still second and 10, no gain, or a couple yards, I should say, on that first down play. So it'll be second down and about 8 yards, it looks like. Let's see where they mark it. No, check that. There was really no gain on that. They'll say a yard, so let's see. The snap and the pass. Got a receiver open. And
flag.
No flag. It looked like there was some contact on the play.
My goodness.
And the referees did not call it. So the receiver was going up, and the defensive back, it looks like, made a little bit of contact. I believe that was Ellis Bronca. And check that. Forgive me. No, I believe that was not Ellis Bronca. 13 on, that was D. Dukes defending on the play. Garfield's D. Dukes. And it looked like there was a little bit of contact, but the referees did not agree. They did not call it. So it will be 3rd and 9 from the 2 yard line, we'll call it. So this could be significant for the Bulldogs if they can hold Rainier Beach here for field position, and they could get, the ball back with about 2 minutes to play and have great field position and potentially put another score on the board before halftime. So we've got a timeout on the field with 2:30 left to play in the first half. Garfield and Rainier Beach tied at 8 here at Memorial Stadium. We'll be back, I should say, in just a moment with more action in the second quarter right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. So the Vikings back on the field after the timeout. 3rd and 9 to go. Ball on barely the 2 yard line. Quarterback DeMarco Jones has got 2 receivers wide to his left. The ball is right in the middle of the field, not on either hash. So he's got 2 receivers split wide to his left and to his right. He's looking to his right, and he tosses it up again. Up for grabs. It's going to be picked off. And I believe that is number 8, Amdane Abadou.
Now, what is this official calling right now? I really want to know what is it that he's calling.
So there's a flag after the play, Edwin. Yeah, and I'm not sure.
Now, he can't call.
Well, I mean, this second game, the first game in particular, the first half and the fourth quarter, the referees let them play. There were not a lot of penalties. There were a lot in the third quarter of the last game, but the referees here have been, and again, you don't want to blame the refs. It's the first game of the season, but still, they are blowing the whistle quite a bit. And so this is going to go against the Bulldogs. So the interception.
I want to hear what he's got to say here. This is going to be interesting. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct.
You called it.
Garfield after the play was over.
So
15 yards.
likely taunting or celebrating
But you know,
after.
Rick, get out of the game, Mr. Official.
Yeah.
You know, isn't this the first game of the year?
Yeah.
You know, get out of the game, man.
Well, and you can, you're dealing with kids. You can also, just let hey, next time I'm gonna call you on that.
Hey,
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But you to throw the flag out there, man, the first game of the year, and they done been home for the last 3 months.
Yeah. So Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. And there is, loses his helmet, but with the sack, that is number 55, I believe it is.
Look at his leg. Who's that? That ain't Claude Humphrey, man.
So
that's a big old kid, man.
So with the sack,
I was looking for him, Rick. He ain't on there.
That was number 50. No, that was Joshua Connolly Jr. Joshua Connolly Jr. with the sack there. And he sacks quarterback E.J. Kamenong for about a 2-yard loss back to the 46-yard line. So the Bulldogs 2nd and 12 with 2:04 left to play. Kamenong's got receivers, 2 to his right, 2 to his left. And I believe that is Leon Neal Jr., the lone running back. It is number 12. There goes my roster flying away. There we go. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Kamenong with pressure, avoids the pressure. Now he's going to drop it off. He's got a receiver. And just behind him.
Yeah.
He had Eugene Brown, and on the run, Kamenong got good job of avoiding the sack, and was looking to scramble, and then saw the receiver, saw Brown there, but threw it just behind him. Brown couldn't pull it in. So it's going to make it 3rd and 12 at the 46-yard line. The Bulldogs with an opportunity here, 1:52 left. But, and again, Edwin, for me, this is 4-down territory.
Yes.
For a couple of reasons. You're across midfield number 1, under 2 minutes. Your defense has done a decent job, and likely if you are not, you have 2 more plays to get the first down. If your offense can't get it, your defense likely can stop. Now the referee's coming back in again. And Garfield calls a timeout. So timeout, Bulldogs. Coach Reggie Witherspoon and his staff wants to discuss it with the offense about what they are going to do here. So with that, we'll take a short break. But stay tuned because the video will not cease. You will see the field. And again, you see the coaches, multiple coaches on the field with the players. One of the changes this year that they are allowing. And a lot of rule changes here for the safety, Edwin.
Yes.
And this being one of them.
Yeah. I mean, and then the kids haven't had a whole lot of coaching, haven't had a whole lot of practices. That communication is going to be paramount for them, to help them get their jobs done.
Yeah, and part of it, practicing in the pandemic, was I remember talking to Coach Witherspoon and saying that he was meeting with players and they were practicing in pods.
Yeah.
And so a little bit difficult to have that full team practice. Although I believe, if I'm not mistaken, each player had to have a minimum of 10 practices before they could play in this first game. So Bulldogs 3rd and 12 at the 46-yard line. Quarterback E.J. Kamenong with Leon Neal behind him. 2 receivers to his right and left. Kamenong looking to the right. He's got a receiver. Ball is hit from behind, but coming back forward and almost making the grab was Quentin Jordan.
Great effort.
And I tell you what, Kamenong, he has been under pressure. So as his arm went back, a Rainier Beach player, a Viking player was able to just, I think, get his arm and.
Number 55.
Yep. So it's incomplete pass. So it looks like Reggie Witherspoon, they're going to punt it away. And Edwin, again, for me, if I'm coaching, this is 4-down territory for me. It's only a minute 46 left. I want to get that first down. And I feel good enough about my defense and the fact that Rainier Beach would have, more than 50 yards to go. I'm going to give it a shot.
They've been solid. They've been solid today.
But Reggie Witherspoon brings his punter on and punts it away.
Why these helmets keep coming off like this, man?
And
boy, that wasn't smart, young man.
Yeah. And the punt was fielded at about the 2-yard line, and a 2-yard line, and a great play. It looked like Amdane Abadou came down and made the tackle at inside the 5-yard line. So Rainier Beach will take it over at the 3-yard line, I believe, is where they're placing it, Edwin, with a minute 39 left to go here in the first half. A tie score, actually the 2-yard line. Tie score 8-8 here in the first half of our second game of the doubleheader.
Yeah.
We are live at Memorial Stadium right here in Seattle, Washington.
Well, as my godson just say, Salattle.
Say what?
Salattle.
Salattle. Okay. Salattle. In Salattle, Washington.
Salattle. One of my uncles still think Seattle, Washington is Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah. And another pre-snap flag. Let's see what the call is here. Waiting on the referee to let us know. Here we go. Encroachment on the defense.
Penalty is against Garfield for encroachment.
So that'll be 5 yards to bring the ball out to the 7-yard line. It should, but they haven't moved it yet.
Is Corky calling the game?
No, I think he said he was on the chain gang. Yeah, he was on the. So that'll bring the ball out to the 7-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 5, a minute 39 left to play here in the first half with a tie score of 8-8. Garfield and Rainier Beach. And
what a play.
Nowhere to go.
What a play. That young man got off the ball and got right back in the middle.
Hand off to the right side, and we've got a player down with the Rainier Beach. I don't know if that's the ball carrier.
Yeah,
got a Rainier Beach player down.
Got his legs got caught in the pile where the guys was when they was falling.
So we will see trainer tending to the player.
It wasn't in no rush to get out there now, was it?
No. Now, it's a little bit difficult. Can't see what number the player is. So as soon as we can determine that, we will let you know. But he is on the field and the trainer tending to him. Hopefully nothing serious.
Hopefully.
We've got 1:29 left to play here in the first half. And slowly getting up. Looks like a big lineman. I want to say number 72, maybe, Edwin. Looks like.
Then they don't ever want to get off the field after you done got hurt. Now you've been laying out there.
It's really Keyshawn Waller. And he's up and is okay now jogging off. So that's a good sign. Limping a little bit, getting some help there, but was able to come off the field under his own power. So that's always a good sign. So a loss on the play of about 1 yard. So it's going to make it 2nd and 7.
7 yards to go.
Check that. Yeah, there was a loss on the play because they had the penalty. It was 1st and 5. So loss of 2, 2nd and 7 on the 5-yard line. And another flag.
Hey. tell sloppy.
I'm getting ready to go talk. And I was so starstruck and what have you. I'm a big fan of Avery Brooks, and I want to say, my brother, let me, I didn't say a word.
Rick, I got to outdo you. I went to a function over in Washington.
Uh-huh.
Richard Roundtree walked in.
Oh my
Oh man!
Come on.
Say Shaft.
Come on. I'm gonna tell you what. Winnie Dupree, my mother loved her some Richard Roundtree. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna tell you something, Rick. He was cooler in real life than he was in Shaft.
Yeah.
Man, he sitting there and he talking about, man, I came because I come to see the football player. I said, football player? I said, man, you John Shaft.
Yes, indeed. Richard Roundtree.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, he just incredible, man.
Yeah.
Just an incredible, nice guy. You know, great advice.
Mhm.
Just you name it.
Yeah. And still doing his thing.
Man, and still look like he can run somebody down and pistol whip him.
I'm gonna tell you what, my mama, Winnie Dupree, loved her some Richard Roundtree, boy. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you what, I remember mama talking about him.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Flo Bailey was the B.B. King lady.
Oh yeah. And I believe that
was a pretty good run there. That was pretty good picking.
T. Elijah Holloway off the right side.
I like T. Elijah, man.
And he
a little limping.
Yeah, looks like he took a shot. He'll be okay. Maybe a shot in the thigh. I don't think it was a. Now he goes down to the ground.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of help. So T. Elijah Holloway.
It's amazing. The trainer's waiting.
So he's walking off under his own power, but it looks like maybe, I'm not sure if I initially didn't see an ankle or anything twist. I thought initially maybe it was like a shot. You get a bruise.
Shot,
to the leg.
Took that helmet, top of the helmet to the thigh.
Yeah. So it'll be second, about a pickup of 4 on that run. So 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 20-yard line. 25 seconds left to go. So this likely could be the last play of the first half.
Just throw it, son. Throw it. Throw it.
DeMarco Jones looking, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds, and kind of a late hit there. Or he's at least brought down. He was way out of bounds, and that was so he's going to lose quite a bit back to the 14-yard line. He was brought down by number 42, Fosse Fola Kungeka.
Okay.
Fosse with the sack there. So 11 seconds left to go.
I would have never been able to spell my name.
That was it.
Yes, sir. Them boys coming off the
look
field.
at it, hustling off. Yeah, big men for Garfield getting off that field, sprinting off, making sure they didn't have too many on the field. Jones looking to his right.
Boy, that's a long throw, son.
Yeah, and he found Ellis Bronca, and they're going to rule it incomplete. So Bronca tried to pull it in. That was a long pass for DeMarco Jones, and was just not able to get it there. So with 5 seconds left to go in the first half, score tied at 8.
12 yards to go from the 14.
4th and 12. Hey, 5 seconds left. Go for it.
This well?
Yes, sir. Just make sure you run out the clock. Make sure you run out the clock, brother.
Just don't get caught funny.
And so they are. And Jones, they'll screen.
Nope.
And Namir Robinson was not able to bring it in. But that is going to be the half, it looks like. Yes, it is. So let's see what they say on the clock. Hold on. Because, if I'm Garfield, I'm arguing that, wait a minute, that didn't take 5 seconds. And that was the one thing everyone was like, you got to run the clock out.
It's skipped.
Now you're giving Garfield the ball on the 13-yard line.
1 second.
Okay, so there'll be time for one play. They're saying 1 second on the clock. So Garfield's coming on. They're going to try a 31-yard field goal, it looks like. So they're immediately going to just bring the kicker in. And we saw him in the pregame. He was kicking it 40 yards
he was
out.
driving it.
So this is going to be a 31-yarder. So if the snap and hold is good, he's got the leg to get it there.
Be careful. Don't get it blocked and get a happy bounce.
Yeah.
Garfield takes
Here
over
we
on
go.
downs and is about to attempt a 31-yard field goal.
So the snap.
Oh!
And he gets it up and plenty of leg.
Yes,
And
sir. That's
it is
good.
good.
That was a good kick.
So a great finish to the half for Garfield getting that field goal. They're going to go into the locker room with an 11, or I should say to the sideline. They're going to the locker room with an 11-8 lead. And so we're going to have probably a shorter halftime, I would think, Edwin. Let's see what they put on the clock here. We're going to take a break in the action. And Garfield leading it 11-8 at the half. We'll be back with second half action here shortly, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yeah. For a minute.
If I don't come back, y'all
I know, you know.
I'll be in there asleep.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Tony B and Nate the Great, man, I know you got to be excited, and I'm sure you understand how they must feel, man, to be able to get back on the field.
Oh man, definitely. They're definitely happy. It's pretty, unfortunate with the whole pandemic and a lot of kids not being able to participate in activities. So for them to get out here and play, I mean, it's like small victories is what you want, and kids are out here playing again. So that's, they're happy.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that earlier, when you play 89ers and midgets and peewees, this is the stage you're hoping to get to right
Yeah,
here.
facts. The levels, different levels into success, and that's what it's all about. Taking that next leap, trying to make varsity, and you're trying to get ready for your next career.
How difficult is it for them under the circumstances that they have to play this game? They don't get to go to the locker rooms at halftime. They come off the bus, basically straight onto the field.
Yeah.
What does that do for the preparation?
I mean, it's a little different, but it's nothing that they're foreign to. I mean, it's like little league football. Little league, you really don't go to the locker room. You go right to the sideline. You eat your oranges, you get your little Capri Suns. You hydrate. Now, they get the water bottles, and they talk about the game plan, and they get back on the field and start playing.
And man, back here under the lights of Memorial Stadium on Rainier Avenue Radio, joining us, man, is that everybody loves Nate.
I appreciate that.
Good to have you back here,
Thanks for having me.
So what do you think so far, man? 11-8, Garfield's up. First game of the season. So some things it look like early in the first half. Some good play, some loose play. What do you think?
I mean, I just think both teams, they working off the rust.
Uh-huh.
We haven't been able to, to really play, and they just started getting back in practice, so they're getting back to the swing of things. I think right now it's a good game. I was watching on my phone before I came down here, so I just think they just need to take their time. I know both of them. I think they got Garfield got a freshman quarterback, so you kind of get him some little easy plays to get him familiar with the offense and familiar with the with the team. And same thing for Rainier Beach. They got a young team, a lot of young cats on the team, and it's gonna be fun to watch.
So I'm gonna put you in this position. You're Corey Sampson now. What are you telling your players at halftime?
Just relax. Good. We got through the first half. Now second half, let's turn up. Let's stay together. Be simple. Little small plays turn into big plays. Let's turn some of these small plays, move the ball down the field, move the chains, and we'll see how what the outcome is at the end of the game.
And on the other hand, you're Garfield. You got a late field goal, put you up by 3. You're going into halftime ahead. What are you telling your players now?
Just keep doing what you're doing. They made a 30-yard field goal to go up at halftime. It's always good, leading the game at the half. You start the second half with momentum, and they just got to keep it going.
And Rick and Edwin Bailey are back, and I haven't really had a chance to congratulate Edwin on being named all-time starter for the Seattle Seahawks.
How you doing, baby? I'm good.
Halftime here at the Rainier Beach Garfield football game. First game of the season right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. You know what I'm going to do, Nate? I'm going to put you two greats together. I'm going to give this microphone to Edwin Bailey, and I'm going to let you two chop it up for a while.
Oh, man, come on now, let's go.
My God, I want to be somebody to cover somebody in the slot. Oh. What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Man, ain't no complaints. See, you got one out there.
Yeah, man, my little sophomore, Rainier Robinson, number 8.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. This I've seen 2 impressive football games today. And this one has been pretty impressive.
Started off a little shaky in the beginning. I seen on my phone, back and forth, a couple 3 and outs, and got a couple plays. Garfield marched down, got the field goal at the end of the half. That's always good to lead and go up at the end of the half, up. But this is like the Super Bowl, man. You got the in city rivals Like, why not to start the season playing Garfield and Rainier Beach? That's to kick off the season. That's the best way to do
Hey, since I came here in '81, it's been a hotbed.
Word.
You know, so it's been impressive. You know, they haven't had the work that they've had in the past. You know, this thing that's out there, keeping them out of the locker rooms, keeping them, you know, they're not getting the work that they've gotten in the years past.
Yeah, kids don't care. They just want to play.
Yeah, they just want to play.
That's all that matters. Let's put on helmets, shoulder pads on. Let's get them up, man. Let's have some fun.
And they've been impressive, man. They've played well. I mean, not a whole lot of mistakes. You know, I'm happy for them. I see some of them out there that I just love. That big number 55. Where is he?
On Garfield?
Yeah, I think so. Big old bow-legged kid, look like a young Claude Humphrey.
Don't go telling your age on here now.
Oh. hey. I remember when you came to town.
Look.
Hey. But hey, they playing some good football here, man.
Yeah, it's nothing like Friday Night Lights, man.
Hey.
Like this is what you live for as a kid in high school, man. These are the best times of your life. You gotta enjoy it.
You all know, man. Down in Savannah, Georgia. My mom in the stands hollering. My dad got his hand over his face. You know, my sister hollering. You know, hey, it was the best times of my life.
It was.
Oh.
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
No, if I had to do it all over again, I'd go back and do it the exact same way. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Nate, this is good seeing you, man.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Good seeing you.
Gotta come down and show support. And I'm gonna let my son know how much I love him, how much I support him.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's just showing them love. All the kids, though.
Hey.
Not just my son, but just everybody, man.
Hey,
just coming down, showing love.
And the longer you out here, the more you're gonna realize that you got a little bit of advice for all of them, man.
I try to give them a little bit of wisdom
Yeah.
when they want to listen.
But that's it.
Look, and now I'm speaking like I was the same guy. Like, oh man, now, yeah, you gotta listen, man. You gotta a little bit of listening.
Hey, and you know, eventually they'll come back to you and just look at you, just shake their head. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You didn't listen. So you here full time, Nate?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I'm here in Seattle. Got a couple of things brewing. Outside of life after basketball, man. Just trying to raise these children, man, the right way and just watch them, watch their life.
Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I'm trying, bro.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
You know, I sit there. I still tell them you're the best slot defender.
I appreciate that.
Every time I talk, I say the best slot defender there is, man. Not everybody can play. Not everybody can do that.
Word.
Not everybody can do that. You know, getting picked. All of that. It's crazy.
Oh, come on, halftime now. 2 minutes is taking forever.
Oh,
it's cold out here. It's cold. It's
been
cold out here, man. I should have brought my glove. I forgot how cold it is down here in Memorial Stadium.
Hey, that's why we just coming back from the bathroom. That's the hottest place in the building.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think about just being out here at times and not even feeling the cold. So I said, man, I can't believe I did this.
Right.
How mom doing, man?
She good, man. She good. She watching the stream right now. Shout out to my mom, Dukes.
I hear you. Me and Tony.
You feel me? High school football is back. I just sent it to all my buddies, my brothers, everybody to stream. My dad, everybody watching right now. So
bro, everybody got it. Hey, when it's over with, it's over with.
He in Oakland, yeah. My dad in Oakland, man. His birthday is today, so happy birthday, Pops, if you're watching, man. Happy birthday to a legend, man. Legendary.
Oh, hey, that's amazing. I watched Dad. I said, that's the biggest tailback I've ever seen in my life.
Jim Brown style.
Oh, man. I mean, and now what year did
he did?
What year did he come out?
85.
85.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got here in 81.
Yeah, he was.
So I
at
saw,
81,
I saw the whole thing, man. I'm like, this is the biggest back I was. And then I'm still looking. I'm looking at it. And say, this little DB. And who they say his dad is? I said, oh man, I said I might be getting old, man.
Facts. Yep. Never forget that. That was a good time. My mom dropped me off. I'll be back. Staying here all day. First in the gym, last to leave.
Hey, look at number 55 right there.
Are you talking about Big Josh?
Yes, sir.
That's Big Josh.
Claude Humphrey.
Yes, sir. Big Josh.
Cause I'm here recruiting. South Carolina State told me, let me know. We'll come and get them.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
I said,
We need all the eyes out here in the Pacific Northwest. You know what I'm saying? Both sides. Rainier Beach, Garfield, everybody. We need everybody to come watch our kids play.
I have gone through there. Hey, come here. Come here. What's the kid name? Barrington. Barrington is at State now. South Carolina State now. You know, I think, man, boy, you better go.
Game about to start. Let's get it. All right, guys. Hey, I love y'all, man. Y'all watch.
Hey,
it's good seeing you.
Bro.
Yes, you too. God bless.
Yes, sir. Always. All right. The legend himself, Nate Robinson, joining us here at halftime.
Hey, I like this dad better.
And so we're about ready to start the second half here.
That big fella could tote that ball now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So we've got Nate coming here to see his young son, as he said, the sophomore.
The young.
Yes, indeed. Namir. So Namir, we saw him last year, and we were impressed. If you remember, Ed, when we did I believe it was the Eastside Catholic at Rainier Beach basketball game. And Namir just showed so much poise for a freshman. And it's funny, I remember seeing his grandmother, Nate's mom.
Yeah, I love her.
And I was, Renee, and I was telling her, I said, yeah, I saw your grandson, and she was talking about him. And yeah, he just a tremendous little athlete, just like his dad. But yeah, I remember, like I said, I remember Nate. We had the KC Jones basketball camp. We did that for 4 years after KC stopped coaching here in Seattle with the Sonics. And unfortunately, God rest his soul, KC recently passed away at, I believe, 88. But we 4 years did his camp, and Nate wasn't kidding. Renee dropped him off. He was one of the youngest ones, 6 years old. But I tell you what, you can see that kid had some athletic ability back then, and he just loved it. Loved it, and was such a good kid. And what I like about Nate, is from all the success he's had as an athlete in the stardom, he's always been real. Just stayed
very humble.
Yeah,
very humble.
Yeah,
very humble.
So
very humble.
Appreciate him taking a few minutes to join us here on the halftime show.
He's one of my favorite. I'm telling you, he's the guy I would draft to cover somebody in the slot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
He was exceptional at it.
Yeah. Well, he was at UW under Rick Neuheisel, and then decided to switch to play basketball, and was equally as good, if not better, basketball player.
I think he was. I think he was pretty good as a basketball player.
Yeah.
But it takes a unique individual to cover somebody in that slot.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. And he, I think he could have had an equally good, if not better, career as a football player, because, like you said, what he could do.
Man, Rick, I think he can go out there. He's gotten in boxing shape.
Yeah, yeah.
You get in boxing shape, you can play anything.
Yeah. But I tell you, boxing, and I think he is, as well as many found out, if you just trying to get in the ring, that ain't something you want to do.
Leave that alone.
Yeah. So we're about ready to start the second half here. Rainier Beach kicking off. Garfield won the toss, deferred, and the Bulldogs with the field goal at the last second of the first half lead at 11-8. And the kick, and that is, I believe, number 6 with the ball with a nice return. And that is Jacoby Cochran. And Jacoby returns it all the way out to the 35-yard line, so the Bulldogs will take it over.
We watched Jacoby Cochran a lot last year, didn't we?
I believe so. Jacoby is a junior.
Okay, I remember calling his name quite a few times last year.
So the Bulldogs starting out here on their And the referees conferring. Well, let's let the kids play now. Let's let this clock run, gentlemen. And the penalty is going back.
I think they have to remember that we're not coming here to see them.
Yeah. So they call it personal foul, holding, personal foul, forgive me, not holding. And so it's a 15-yard penalty back to the 20-yard line. So the Bulldogs will start out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line, 11:52. 8 seconds into the second half here at Memorial Stadium. Bulldogs leading the Rainier Beach Vikings by a score of 11-8. So the handoff on the left side. And it looks like Finn Scully, I think, that was coming out of the backfield. No, check that. I believe that was Leon Neal.
Second down.
So a gain of 3 out to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 23-yard line. So it will be 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. 2 men in the backfield. Yeah, keeping a couple guys in the backfield, and I think trying to neutralize that pressure that Rainier Beach has been putting on the young quarterback, E.J. Kamenon. Hand off to Leon Neal again to the right side. Neal, shifty, nice move. He gets a first and then some. Leon Neal keeping the legs driving.
Got about 8, 9.
Yeah, he did. You talk about yards after contact, and Leon Neal, nice job there for that gain. Giving the Bulldogs a first down on the 32-yard line is where they spot the ball. If you just joined us, you're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World's coverage of Metro League Prep Football Friday Night Lights at Memorial Stadium, Garfield and Rainier Beach in the second of our doubleheader. The first game saw Ballard, the Beavers, over Seattle Prep by a score of and handoff to Leon Neal, and he's hitting the backfield, a loss of about 3 yards back to the 29-yard line, I believe. Check it, 28-yard line, loss of 4. So again, the first game, a Ballard, a 15-7 winner over Seattle Prep. And now as we start the second quarter, Garfield leading Rainier Beach by a score of 11-8, 10-13 left to go here in the third quarter of our live coverage of Metro League football. We'll be back tomorrow night for game at 5 o'clock here. The handoff inside, and that did not fool anyone. And Leon Neal stopped for another loss of about 3 yards back to the 25-yard line. So that's going to make it 3rd and about 17 to go. So the Bulldogs, after press the first couple of plays and getting the first down, have been going the other way these last couple of downs. 2 losses.
Those guys, those 3 inside guys for Garfield are basically no match for the size of these guys from Rainier Beach.
Yeah. So Kamenon looking to his right. It's got a receiver, throws it up, and maybe a little contact in the receiver. That's the big guy, number 3, Quentin Jordan, looking to the referee saying, hey, someone got me, but they didn't call it. Incomplete, so it'll be 4th down, and Reggie Witherspoon will send his punting unit out on the field. And Namir Robinson, along with Shacky Davis, are the 2 deep men for Rainier Beach, the Vikings. The Vikings trailing 11-8 here early in the third quarter. We are live at Memorial Stadium, trying to stay warm.
That ain't going to happen today.
I'm up on my feet now. Edwin's just moving around.
I'll tell you what, though. When I get out of here, I'm running like a scalded dog.
Turn that heat warmer on the seat. And the punt, and Namir Robinson is going to field it at the 32-yard line. Makes the first couple guys miss. He's got some room on the right side, and he's brought down.
That's some good hustle by number 3.
Yeah, number 3. Again, that is the big guy, Quentin Jordan.
Because if he wasn't hustling, he's gone.
Yeah, Namir Robinson had some room, and Jordan was right there with him, just didn't let him get away. But nevertheless, Robinson returns it about 19 yards to the 49-yard line. across midfield. So the Vikings will start out 1st and 10 on the Garfield 49-yard line. Their first possession of the second half here.
From their own, or from the Garfield 49-yard line.
8:59 left to go. We're at the start of the third quarter. Excuse me.
Certainly.
Hello. And the quick pass out in the flats. That is number 4, Jalen Green. And Green's going to get a nice little pickup there. Moving the sticks about 5 yards or so to the 44-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Rainier Beach Vikings. Quarterback DeMarco Jones finding his big target there. Ashaki. Ashaki. Okay, we've got in here, it is just S-H-A-K, but it's Ashaki. Thank you again for that correction. And a quick right up the middle. And that's a good, it's going to be a touchdown run of 44 yards. And I was
Rick,
trying to see who that was.
Rick, you can have the run. It was that block by that tackler.
and I believe that was Scottree Humphrey, rather, if I'm not mistaken, number 9. And he shot on that right side. And when you said the block, and that sprung him.
That's number 66, knocked the cleats off a kid.
And he, I believe, again, that was Scottree Humphrey, sophomore running back. And that was just a great, great run to put the Vikings on top. And they're going to go for 2 here, up 14-11.
Hey, they're doing something sporty here. We got a little too sporty.
And nothing to a Garfield, not fooled on the 2-point conversion.
Got a little too sporty.
And so the 2-point conversion is no good. So with 8:38 to play here in the third quarter, Rainier Beach with the electrifying touchdown run lead it 14-11 over the Garfield Bulldogs. And again, Scottree Humphrey.
2 plays. 1 first down. Elapsed time of 21 seconds. The big play, a 44-yard run from scrimmage for the touchdown.
43-yard touchdown run by Scottree Humphrey. So as there is a brief break on the field, want to remind you to tune in tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, live coverage of our third game of the weekend, right here live at Memorial Stadium. So keep it tuned right here to Rainier Avenue Radio all season long. 5-week season, regular season, and then kind of a round-robin type of playoff will occur weeks 6 and 7, and that will wrap up the season. So, again, like Nate said, it doesn't matter how much they practice. Kids just happy to put the helmets on, strap it up, and play.
Just to get out the house.
Yeah. So they're able to come out and do something that they love, participate in this sport. And, again, just hats off to Pat McCarthy and all of the individuals involved with the athletic department, the referees, meetings sat in on, and Monty Kohler, O'Day, kind of the elder statesman, and, just really making it about the kids. So the kickoff, and that is a Jacoby Cochran with it, returns it out to about the 30-yard line.
50-yard kickoff. Return 20 yards out to the 30-yard line.
So Garfield will take over 1st and 10 on its own 30-yard line. 8:31 to play here in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs now trailing 14-11 after the long touchdown run by the Vikings. So quarterback E.J. Kamanong in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. He's looking to his right, the quick out. And that is that big target there, Quentin Jordan. And Jordan quickly up near midfield to the 46, 47-yard line, a pickup of about 16. I think they're going to mark it at the 46.
Good catch and run.
Yes, sir.
Very good catch and run.
Check it. They mark it at the 45, so 15-yard gain. And Garfield, 1st and 10 on the 45. So 3 receivers wide to Camelong's left, which is the wide side of the field. 1 receiver to the right. Handoff. And right up the middle, and that is number
he got out of that,
21,
Rick, to get back to the line of
Julian
scrimmage.
Williams. Yeah, Julian Williams was stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and the little guy kind of went under the tackle, if you will,
sir.
and was able to at least get back to close to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play, should have been a loss of about 3 or 4.
You know, that's a bad spot, to be totally honest. That's a bad spot.
Yeah, because it looked like he got back to the
That
line
kid
of scrimmage.
got back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah. So they mark it at the 44, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Leon Neal back in the lineup, and he is split wide to the right, along with Quentin Jordan, and 3 receivers to the left. Cameron bobbles a snap, but gets it. He's scrambling to his left. He's got a receiver wide open, hits him on the sideline, and that is Jacoby Cochran all the way down to the, looks like the 27-yard line. So a great play there by E.J. Cameron. The ball went on the way. He was able to
The kid got his shoe knocked off by this person on the sideline right there.
Oh, my God.
See, the kid can't get his shoe back on.
Yeah, oh, my goodness. So the ball spotted on the 27-yard line. Bulldogs trying to answer that long touchdown run by the Vikings. Coming along with 3 receivers to his right. Empty backfield, 2 to his left, so 5 receivers.
Whoever runs the out at the top, throw the ball to him.
Cameron's got some room. He's going to scramble, but the flag is down. It's going to come back. And Cameron scrambles all the way down to the 10-yard line, but that's coming back. Holding, like you said, Edwin, right there at the line of scrimmage. And Rainier Beach has got a player down. It looks like it's big number 55, Joshua Connerly Jr., and he's sitting up, so doesn't look like anything too serious. But now he lays back down, and the trainer taking a look and talking to him. We'll see what that is. And he's able to walk off, kind of jog off on his own power. So nothing serious there. Maybe a cramp.
Yeah, I think it's cramp from from how he's holding his nose.
Yeah. He's sitting down, stretching the leg, and the hold that is so that's going to bring back that great scramble by E.J. Cameron all the way down to the 10. And with the penalty, it's going to come back to the 43-yard line. So Edwin from the spot of the foul. So that's going to make it 1st and about 16. No, check that. 1st and about 20. About 26. Yeah. And a run up the middle. I believe that was Leon Neal Jr. Leon Neal. So 3-yard gain there to the 41. It'll be a 2nd and 23.
14 yards, 24 yards to go.
So the Bulldogs, 2nd and 23, 24 or so to go on the 41-yard line. Again, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Camelong's under pressure, and he's able to avoid it. Scramble, steps up, has a receiver. And it went into the hands of Finn Scully, and he couldn't hold on to it. And I tell you what, E.J. Camelong did a great job of avoiding the sack. And again, I've seen him do this a couple of times, Edwin, where it looks like he's getting ready to run, but he is his field vision and looking downfield.
His head comes up.
Yeah, and then looking for that receiver and realizing, okay, let me get rid of it and throw the ball.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that time, Finn Scully just not able to hang on to the pass. So that's going to make it 3rd, and they call it 24 from the 41-yard line. So Kamanong and
Good job. Good
timeout.
timeout.
Okay.
Good
Right.
timeout.
I was
They
like,
were
why are
just-
the referees coming in here?
Yeah. They're a little. They were a little disorganized.
Yeah. So Coach Reggie Witherspoon calling a timeout, and the entire coaching staff coming out onto the sideline here to talk to the offensive unit. 6:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Rainier Beach leading Garfield by a score of 14-11, Edwin.
Hey, they're doing a pretty good job of coaching these kids up here at Garfield. I like that. I like how they talk to them right here. You know, you ain't just in there hollering and jumping up
Right.
and down. You're talking to your position and getting them ready for the next play. I want to see just how consistent they are with plays out of timeouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I've always thought that was huge, Rick. You know, plays out of timeout.
Right. Well, what do you as a coaching staff? Yeah. What are you seeing? What can you exploit coming out of there? Good point.
Let me see if you know what you're looking at.
So, third and 24 at the 41 for the Bulldogs, trailing 14-11. 6:05 left to go. Kamanong's got three receivers to his right, one to his left. Leon Neal behind him. Neal looking for, and boy, the pressure's on. Kamanong is able to scramble. It gets down and it gets out of bounds at about the 31. So a gain of about 10 yards there.
Yeah.
Nice job there. That's going to make it a fourth down and still about 14 to go. So let's see what Reggie Witherspoon does with the team on the 31-yard line. Definitely not punt field position. You don't want to punt it.
No.
And probably a little bit too far for it would be close to a 50-yard field goal try. So they're not going to do that, and they will go for it.
Let's go and see what they're going to do.
So same setup that they had. Three receivers to the right. Leon Neal in the eye behind quarterback E.J. Kamanong, and one receiver to the left. And they're going to get a little help there, but jumping off sides for the Vikings. And just a little bit anxious there was number 50, Dallas Afalva. So Afalva called for the encroachment. That's going to give the Bulldogs 5 yards. Now we'll make it 4th and 9, a little more palatable.
Yeah. I'll roll to that through. No,
Now they're going to go for the field goal. So this is going to be a 43-yarder. But we saw, as we talked about, we saw Marcus Merkelbach kicking off of a tee prior to the game and hitting 40 yards. This will be a 43-yard attempt. The ball being spotted down on the 33. Takes a couple steps to the left, and he is set up. The snap is good. It's down. The kick is up.
That's a good kick.
And he's got enough. It's good. Marcus Merkelbach, a 43-yard field goal to tie the game at 14 here with 4:45 left to go. So a great call by Reggie Witherspoon, and aided by that encroachment penalty on Rainier Beach, because they were out of field goal range, and the Bulldogs were going to go for it. And then I tell you what, with the encroachment, they said, hey, let's bring Merkelbach on, and he was able to get that field goal, 43 yards.
Give him a shot.
Yes, indeed. So again, with 4:45 left to play in the third quarter, we have a tie ball game, 14-all. And they've got there a little unconventionally, but it is 14-14.
I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
I will take it.
So I am Rick Dupree. He is Edwin Bailey. And to our right, Taylor Kareen. She is kind of at the controls, switching the cameras.
Our future producer.
Yes, indeed. Not our future producer. She is our producer.
Yes, all we got to do now is get Daddy out the way.
And making it happen. And we got multiple cameras here. So I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. You can also, as you know, see it. If you're listening but not watching, tune in to either Facebook Live or YouTube or Twitch. And you can see the video of the game. And we've got multiple cameras, at least a couple, 2 or 3 cameras.
Cameras, angles.
Yeah. So
every perception you want, you can get.
We are giving it to you right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And then join us again tomorrow, 5 o'clock here for day number 2 of our opening weekend of Metro League football at Memorial Stadium.
I'm going to be here.
Edwin will be here. Yes, indeed. I guess I got to be here as well, sir.
Come on, Rick.
And Merkelbach with the kick, and it's going to go into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, so Rainier Beach will have it on their 20-yard line.
Well, whomever make a play or make a stop is going to win this game.
Yes, indeed. Right now we have a tie score. First game of our doubleheader saw Ballard a 15-7 winner over Seattle Prep, the Panthers. In this game, number 2, and as Nate Robinson said at halftime, I mean, this is, these guys have been playing with and against each other, and man, this is to start the season out like this. You can't draw it up any better than what we have here.
You gotta love it.
And so the Vikings with the ball. Quarterback DeMarco Jones, hands off.
Tell you what, that was another wicked trap play right there.
And that was number 9, Scottree Humphrey, who ran in for the score. Scottree Humphrey. A gain of about 7 yards out to the 27-yard line.
Wait a minute, Mr. Official.
Okay, looks like they're. So again, Jones in the gun. Quick pass out to the sideline. Good move. And then from behind, a good tackle there.
Yes, sir.
I believe that was Mr. Jordan. Yes, it was. Number 3,
yes,
Quentin Jordan. Big Quentin Jordan, the senior. And came up and made the stop from behind, but not after a first down.
Yes, sir. He got the big one.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings on their own 31-yard line. 3:57 left to go here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 14-14. Jones has got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, but he hands off. No. He fakes it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped for a loss.
Should have left that on the back.
And I believe, number 3. I tell you what, that man right there that wearing number 3 on his back, Quentin Jordan, is playing a heck of a game on both sides of the ball, and a sack for a big loss.
He's trying to make every tackle, it looks like. Every tackle there is.
So a loss of about 6 yards there, so it'll be 2nd and 16 ball on the 25-yard line for the Vikings. Clock ticking 3:20 and winding down here as we get near the end of the third quarter. This being the second game of our doubleheader live at Memorial Stadium. Again, I want to say thanks to Pat McCarthy and the staff at the athletic office. High snap, but he's able to pull it down. And there's Scottree. Oh, my goodness. And it runs over a guy on the sideline and gets the first down. And then more Scottree. Scottree Humphrey. And just a good run there, Edwin. I mean, he put his head down. That's
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then he banged one of them. He's still down.
Yep. We have a Garfield player down. And so the trainer rushing out to check the player out. And, not unusual in the first game, seeing kids with maybe some cramps and bruises and what have you, getting hit. We had one kid looked like got hit in the thigh with the helmet. And so nothing, fortunately, it doesn't appear to be anything serious thus far. And you always hope that is the case.
Yeah.
And, that is number 13, D. Dukes, and jogging off on his own power. So he is fine. So the first down out to the 49-yard line, 2:54 left to go. The Vikings 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line. Rick Dupree, Edwin Bailey, bringing you live coverage, Mr. Bailey.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yes, indeed.
I am happy to be here.
So DeMarco Jones starts out under center, then backs up in the gun, claps the hand twice. Looking for the snap, he gets it. And a quick out to his receiver on the left side, and
that's a good tackle.
Nothing doing there. That was looks like number 5 with the tackle for the Bulldogs. That was Angus Vlacity.
Man, they got a couple of Anguses out there, don't they?
I think just the one. We've called his name a few times.
He's just making a lot of plays.
Yeah, he is. So he stopped what could have been a big gainer on the quick screen out to the left side, only a 2-yard gain. So to be 2nd and 8 balls at midfield. And there is Scottrey Humphrey again. And tell you what, driving those legs and making defenders pay. Gets it down to about the 45-yard line, a pickup of about 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
They got some 1-2 in him, don't they?
Yes, indeed. So 3rd and 4 at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Vikings driving with 1:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So DeMarco Jones in the gun. And he's going to hand it off up the middle, and not a lot of room there. I believe
nothing going
that
on.
was T. Elijah Holloway.
Is
And
that number 3?
I'll check that. Maybe that was 44. Might have been Jacob Seo. Yeah, I believe that was Jacob Seo, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit hard again, trying to read the numbers. Yeah, it was Seo coming out. Rainier Beach has the orange uniforms, all orange, but then they have the blue and the blue numbers, and they're not outlined. Or if they're outlined with black, so it's kind of hard to see the numbers a little bit. And maybe I'm just showing my age.
Yeah,
Man,
you can't see no more, Rick.
Man, ain't nothing working no more. What's up with that?
Get it out of your hand.
Jones under pressure. He's got a receiver there, throws it up, and he goes up and gets it. And I believe that was number 14, Taiwan Hillis. So 1st down. And Edwin, no, I'm trying to see the number of that receiver that caught that.
That the long kid?
Actually, I think that was a Jalen Green, number 4, not 14. I was looking. So I believe that was Jalen Green. And DeMarco Jones just kind of threw it up, and Jalen Green went up and got it. And when I was at UW, my coach, our receiver coach, Gary Pinkle, used to always say, high man wins.
Yes,
high point it. You got to get up there.
Go up and get it.
Yeah, that is Jalen Green in motion and goes back. Hand off, and looks like, I believe that's Namir Robinson, and nothing doing for him.
Good contained there.
Yep, nothing. He was trying to break it outside on the right side, and nothing there. 16 seconds left. That may be the last play in the 3rd quarter here. See if Rainier Beach can get the snap off. They're hustling up, trying to get it off before the game clock runs out. 3, 2, 1. They're not going to get it off. So that will do it. 3 quarters in the books. It is tied at 14 here at Memorial Stadium. Rainier Beach driving, a loss on that last play of about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd, I should say, and 13 on the 29-yard line. When we resume action here at the start of the 4th quarter, Rainier Beach and Garfield tied at 14.
20, O'Day 0.
Oh, they didn't score? Wow.
All right, so here we are, start of the fourth quarter, and just got another score in Eastside Catholic over O'Day, 20-0, a winner tonight in that ball game. But right now we are at a tie ball game, and pass over to Ashaki Davis from DeMarco Jones, and Ashaki takes it down to the 15-yard line for a first down. So Rainier Beach driving here at the start of the fourth quarter, trying to get some points on the board, take the lead once again. Jones with the three receivers to his right, hands off to Namir Robinson, and there is nowhere to go. And yes, there's that man, Edwin, once again, number 3, Quentin Jordan.
Yes, sir.
For the stop. And I tell you what, I mean, he was there before Namir got the ball.
I thought he was the tailback.
Yeah. And so there was absolutely nothing Robinson could do on that one. So a loss of about 4 yards back to the 19. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Vikings on the Bulldog 19-yard line. Jones with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And looking to his right.
Oh.
And those high, it's going to be picked off. And there's some room here.
It's
He could go all the way. That is number 8, Amadou. And he's going to go all the way. Amdane Abadou. And I tell you what, Ed, when he was looking for, it looked like Jalen Green.
Yeah.
And Abadou just stepped in there, and Abadou returned it. I believe that was about 84, 85 yards.
Yeah.
He picked it off and took it back. So a big play for the Garfield defense to give the Bulldogs a 20-14 lead here early in the fourth quarter. And I tell you what, we talked about that all season long for the Seahawks. You got to protect the rock. You cannot turn it over, and especially give a pick 6 up.
Lazy outs.
Man, that is
cannot throw those lazy outs.
Yeah. And that's something, I mean, obviously with experience, you got to get that ball up and out and where your guy can get it, and if he doesn't get it, no one can get it.
And then throw it with a purpose.
Yeah. So the extra point is up, and I tell you what, our man number 40 there, Marcus Merkelbach.
And Merkelbach is not a bad kicker.
No, he is not. He's got some leg there. So like you said, it's okay for him to wear the bright orange
shoes.
Yeah,
he can do that. Yeah, all right.
with the yellow on the back. Got the Nike swoop in black.
Hey, like they said, leave him alone.
He said, well, you know what? They're my soccer shoes. This is where I kick in. So I done made a 43-yarder. Don't worry about what I've got on my feet.
Hey, if it ends right now, he's the man.
Yes, sir. So with that extra point, Bulldogs take a 21-14 lead, 10:36 left to play here. They've yet to change the scoreboard to add that extra point on there, but it was good. Was it not, Edwin?
Hey, as they say, it was pure as the driven snow.
And there it has now changed on the scoreboard. So with the brief timeout here, Garfield leading it by a score of 21-14, 10:36 to play in the ball game. And we're back tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, live action here at Memorial Stadium for opening weekend of Metro League football, live on Rainier Avenue Radio World. You can hear it and see it. You can see it going on to Facebook Live, Twitch, or YouTube.
There you go.
And you can listen to it right here with on the Rainier Avenue Radio app or on the website.
Oh, my goodness. Pull my man. Where you going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So he was on the far side of the field, sprinted off, and they said, "Where you going, son? You on the kicking team. Get back on there."
Where are you going?
Oh, Lord have mercy. That is that must be the younger brother of Angus. I'm sorry, of Amdane. That is Tuaf Abadou. And so the kick and the return, and I believe for Rainier Beach, that was Namir Robinson. He takes it out to the 30-yard line, I believe. Let's see where they spot it. Just inside the 30 at the 27, 28-yard line. 23-yard return for Namir Robinson to the 28-yard line. So the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line, 10-29 trailing 21-14 to the Garfield Bulldogs. And again, I wouldn't say it's a big upset, but Eastside Catholic beating and holding O'Day scoreless, winning that one 20-0.
Yeah. That's a surprise. Whoa, that's a big receiver in the slot right there.
And DeMarco, yeah, and I believe that is Jalen Green. And Jalen Green coming back, but the run up the middle. And that was
close there.
Yeah, that was Scott Tree Humphrey. Humphrey almost broke that. He had the long 40-plus yard touchdown run earlier.
That was going to be another one right there if he didn't get tripped.
Yeah, that would have been a 70-something yarder. Yada.
Gonna kiss the baby.
Yes, indeed. So, but with that, a 4-yard pickup to the 32-yard line. So Rainier Beach 2nd and 6 on their own 32-ish yard line. And in at quarterback and running the ball, and I believe that
Got
might
a
be
first down. Oh,
I believe that was Duca King.
He was about 7 yards, but a penalty flag hits the field as the play came to an end.
So it looks like Rainier Beach with a new QB in the ball game.
And they got a flag out there.
And it looks like they're conferring there. Yeah, it is. Duca King, it looks like, has replaced DeMarco Jones at quarterback. And Jones now, if I'm thinking correctly, looks like this is Jones. Is this number 5 right here? Or is that number 6? Out here, receiver.
I can't see right.
So are they picking up the flag or what? The referee's not they're conferring here. 9:02 left to play. Bulldogs leading 21-14. So they're setting the clock from 9:02 to 9:25. Not only did he. There you go. There it is.
Is that 15?
So there's a penalty against the Bulldogs. They are walking. Yeah. And then,
Penalty occurred after the play was over.
so after the play, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. And so the ball's going to be 15 yards. Yeah, well, that's a big one.
Yeah, untimely.
Yeah. And that takes the ball across midfield to the 46-yard line. So the Vikings will have 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 46-yard line, trailing 21-14. And again, a freshman, or sophomore, I should say, Duca King. And the handoff, and that is, again, that was Scott Tree Humphrey. Yeah, number 9. Trying to make out the number there between number 9 and number 8. Scott Tree Humphrey with the gain of about 9 yards down to the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Vikings at the Bulldogs' 37-yard line. 8:51 and ticking on the clock. Bulldogs with the 21-14 lead. I'm Rick Dupree along with Edwin Bailey.
They're gonna
Taylor
run an out up at the top.
And
He
Duca
did,
King,
but he still got caught.
Duca King, they say he was down. Duca King was sacked. And again, Edwin, that guy, we keep calling his name, number 3 on the other side of the ball.
He can flat
and
play.
that is Quentin Jordan.
He can flat play the game.
Quentin Jordan pressuring Duca King and sacks him for a loss back about to the original line of scrimmage, a loss of 9. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Vikings. So a very timely sack by Jordan for the Bulldogs as the Vikings were threatening. It was 2nd and 1, I should say. So now 3rd and 10. 7:50 left to go in the ball game. Clock ticking away. And now pre-snap flags, and what is the call? Delay of game. So the play clock ran out. Delay of game. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Now taking it back, it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 49 for the Vikings.
What in the world are they doing? Why are they changing guys like that?
So in motion for the Vikings is number 12, Dylan Spencer. And then handoff up the middle. That is Scott Tree Humphrey. Humphrey getting some positive yards there, about 6 or 7. They're going to spot it at the 40, just inside the 45-yard line. So it's going to give us a 4th and 8 to go. So 4th and 8 to go at the 40, just inside the 45-yard line for the Vikings. And again, new quarterback in the ball game is sophomore Duca King. He's got a runner behind him. I believe that is still Scottery Humphrey. And 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And now in motion coming from right to left is Dylan Spencer. And the snap. And King looking deep.
Oh.
And he was hit as he was throwing it.
I'm telling you. And look who that is, Rick.
Tell you what, Mr. Jordan.
Hey.
Number 3, Quentin Jordan, laying a shot on Duca King as he was releasing it. So that'll be a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs taking over on the 40, just shy of the 45-yard line. So great field position. 6:42 left to play, and the Bulldogs leading by a score of 21-14.
And he played receiver too?
Yes, sir. And the handoff, that is Leon Neal. Leon Neal to the right side, gets some positive yards,
Yes,
about 4, maybe 5.
Yes, sir. I think I'd give it to Leon Neal again.
Yes, sir. Well, Leon Neal can get it done. You give him a little bit of room. He hasn't had a lot of room to run tonight.
Yeah.
They're going to give him a 4-yard pickup out to the 49-yard line. So the Bulldogs now just trying to run the clock down with the 7-point lead, 21-14.
Oh, they're coming this way.
Hand off to Neal. Stutter steps across midfield, still going on his feet down to about the 49, maybe the 48. So pickup of about 2 or 3 yards. So that will make it 3rd and 3 to go. Ball on the Vikings, just inside the Vikings 49-yard line. We'll call it the 49, but the back end of the nose of the football is just inside of the 49. So the football just inside of the 49-yard line. 3rd down. And handoff to Leon Neal to the left side. And he cuts it up and nowhere to go, and a flag as well. He's upended.
I don't know. Something happened on that edge out there.
Yeah, and it looked like he was upended by Jalen Green, and Green holding his right shoulder, right arm. He is not happy. He slammed his fist into the ground, and he's walking off. So an injury to the shoulder or the arm, and Bulldogs are walking back. So it looks like it may be a call on the Bulldogs, maybe a holding. Edwin.
Might be a crackback. Holding on the edge.
So just when they were looking to sustain a drive to put this game away, a costly penalty. So now they're looking at about a 3rd and 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3rd and 16. Ball's at the 38-yard line. They've got to get all the way to Rainier Beach's 45, or just shy of the 45-yard line. And so back in the pocket, and a receiver over the middle. The ball's a little bit high.
Oh, he picked it off.
And that is Yep. Namir Robinson. I believe, Namir Robinson. So the ball was tipped by a couple of
Twice.
Garfield players. Yes, a couple of, and then Namir Robinson came up from his safety position and was able to make the pick. And so that'll be a turnover. Vikings take over on their own 44-yard line. 5:05 left to play.
I got a chance.
And they've got a chance. Yes, they do.
First and 10 Vikings from their own 44-yard line.
So the Vikings take over. First and 10 on their own 44-yard line. They have a shot here.
I think I'll go up top and test the water right now.
Give it a try,
Just
huh?
to see what it tastes like. There
And
you
that's
go.
exactly what they're doing. It's a high wounded duck, as a coach used to say. And there you have a couple of Garfield players there. You had number 5, Angus Vlacity, and number 12, Leon Neal, defending. And that is pass falls incomplete. And that was a wounded duck.
One of them ducks you hit midair and it's spinning backwards towards the ground.
Really.
Okay. Now let's see if we can run it and get a little get at least half of it.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. 4:57 left to go in the ball game. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Vikings 44. And Duca King in at quarterback. Handoff straight up the middle. Quick hitter.
Got a little over half.
And that was Scottree Humphrey across midfield to, they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line.
So it's 4-down territory, right, Rick?
Oh, absolutely. Especially with 4:40 left on the clock, and the clock is moving.
I think I'll run that with that same play again.
Yep. So a pickup, it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Ball's at the 48. They got to get down to the 46. So Rainier Beach trying to mount a drive here
to get out of that huddle, man.
Yeah. So got 15-14 on the play clock.
Yeah, I'll run that ball right overhead, the big 55.
So 2 receivers split to the right, to the left, the handoff, and they set it right up the middle, and they get the first down. And I believe, again, that was Scottree Humphrey. Let's see.
Somebody down?
Looked like Lyman may have been down, but no, he gets right back up. That was number 73, I believe it was.
That's a big old young man. He was going to need somebody to help him up.
And I don't have a 73 on the roster. I apologize. So with 4:09 left, that's a first down.
Oh, that's the center, Rick. Is that the center? Yeah. That's a big old young man.
So first down on the 43-yard line. Vikings driving. Quick out to the big target there. That is Jalen Green. And Green back in the game after running out last series. Looked like an injury to his shoulder, but he is back in and took that short pass and gained about 4 yards on his own there.
Are they platooning the quarterbacks?
So you've got the sophomore and the little guy, Duca King, in at QB. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking to his left. He's got a receiver over the middle. Couldn't quite get it. And Ashaki Davis was trying to pull that in, but was not able to. You got a Garfield player down. Looks like it could either be an ankle or, and I believe, Edwin, I'm trying to see, it looks like a number 13, which is D. Dukes, who is down. I believe it is. Well, and he's beating his right hand on the ground. And there's also a flag back at the 44-yard line, so not sure what that call is.
That's 9 times out of 10. That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep, and it's against Garfield, and they're walking it down inside the 25 to the 24. So Rainier Beach will have it 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. And yeah, that is D. Dukes walking off the field under his own power. So nothing too serious there, but he will have to sit out at least to play. We'll see what's going on there.
Against Garfield for
So 3:20 left to go. Garfield leading 21-14. Rainier Beach, though, threatening. 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 24-yard line.
Correction, to Garfield 24.
So Duca, rather, I should say, forgive me, Duca King. With my name Dupree, and it was, who used to call me Dookie was Nate's dad, Jacques. And there is Jacques' grandson, Namir Robinson, takes it down 4-yard gain to the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, boy, I like the look of number 55. That's a big old young man.
Yes, it is. That is Joshua Connerly Jr., the junior offensive and defensive lineman. So the handoff again, Namir Robinson got some room on the right side, cuts it up, and he's inside the 15. I think he's got a first down, Edwin. Yeah. So 2 good runs by Namir Robinson. He moves the chains. So with 2:45 left to go, the Vikings are threatening big time. They're inside the 15-yard line, trailing 21-14.
1st and 10. I'll go at the end zone.
So Duca King with Namir Robinson in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And the handoff to – no, check that. That's not Robinson. That was the bigger guy, Scottry Humphrey.
Yeah.
And Humphrey straight ahead inside the 10-yard line. So Rainier Beach being real methodical here and just they
need to go and get the first down.
Yep. So it's inside to the 9-yard line, a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 5, 2:15 on the clock. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Scottry Humphrey is the lone back for Duca King. And the handoff. And Scottry Humphrey takes it all the way down to about the 1-yard line.
Yeah. Now call your timeout and work the clock.
And I like what I saw there on the back in the backfield. Rainier Beach player helping out the Garfield player, Quentin Jordan, getting up. So you like to see that, Edwin. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
They're going to spot the ball on the 2-yard line. A timeout.
Timeout, work the clock.
By Rainier Beach. 1:59 left to play. Garfield leading 21-14. Now, Rainier Beach has shown that their kicking game is not that solid, and so they have gone for 2 each time. So even if they score a touchdown, they still got to get that extra point.
Right.
And so we will see what happens. Looks like Garfield, the team just converging on the sideline there with the coaches once again. Ooh-wee. In the words of
Tony B, got me out of here in Alaska. Boy, I tell you the truth. I cannot wait to take you back to Savannah, Georgia, and I'm gonna leave you with my homeboys. Let y'all get to know each other.
This can't be nothing compared to playing in Green Bay.
Oh, no. Don't even bring that memory tip back to me.
We in Green Bay, we in a heated press box, or I'm at home watching it on StreamYard, calling it from there, okay?
I was sitting there. I tried to put my arms in the bench.
Oh, my goodness.
Put your legs in it. Man, put my legs in it.
All right, so the Vikings.
I'll come this way here, Rick. I'm gonna come with the ball this way here, running right at 55.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, running behind that big guy, the handoff, and Scottry Humphrey takes it in for the touchdown. Rainier Beach with 1:56 left to play. Beach pulls to within a point, 20-21. So a great drive, Edwin, by the Vikings at a time when they had to have it.
Okay, Rick. Okay, Rick, you called it.
So here's where the rubber meets the road, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for the win.
Yes, sir.
And Edwin, I would say, I don't know if that's necessarily by design, but it's by, well, we ain't got to kick it in, so we got to punch it in for 2.
Yes, sir.
So this is for the win. This is the ball game right here. Rainier Beach lined up on the 2-yard line or 3-yard line, I should say, going for the 2-point conversion, trailing 21-20. 1:56
Oh,
left
throw
to
the ball.
play.
Throw it.
He's got a receiver
Yes!
there. Touchdown, it's in there.
They
The
didn't
extra
cover
point.
him. They didn't cover him.
So they had, that is Duca King, and he found
They
Ellis
didn't cover
Bronca.
Yeah, they didn't have nobody on him.
I believe that was, that was Dylan Spencer, I believe, number 12. And I'm trying to see if that was 13 or 12. It was one of the two, Edwin. Forgive me, those of you listening, I can't tell for sure on the sideline. But again, Edwin, you called it.
Yeah.
Garfield did not cover that slot guy. And so Duca King saw that, and just a two-step, and bam, he quickly hit it in there. And they got the 2-point conversion when they had to have it. So they go up 22-21 with 1:56 left to go in the ball game.
Wow. Great awareness. Great awareness.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have to pay attention. I mean, the mental mistakes, again, we've talked about that when, at the pro level, and you can't make those mental mistakes. You got it. You can't have those turnovers.
Not when the chips are down.
No, with the game on the line.
Down, you got to step up and make adjustments and make plays.
And Rainier Beach certainly did a great drive there. Corey Sampson's ball club getting it done. And so Rainier Beach, the Vikings leading at 22-21 with only 1:56 left to play. So the pressure now on the Garfield offense and the freshman quarterback. See if he can drive to take his team down, lead them to victory. We shall see. And I always loved situations like this, Ed, when I was like, okay, kick it to me. Let me see what I can do. Take the kick back, and it's a done deal.
Then slam the door.
Yes, sir. So we shall see.
Why are they running people on and off the field right now, man? That scares me to death. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick it out the back of the end zone, son.
Yeah, he don't have that much leg.
Oh,
it's a high squibber, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 25 of the flag. So
help it.
And the kickoff goes out of bounds, drawing a penalty.
So with the penalty, I believe I want to say they mark it at the 35. Let's see if memory serves me correctly.
I ought to go to the soccer team and found me a kicker.
Yeah, male or female.
It
doesn't matter.
That's the least.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you kick? Okay. Come on out here.
So, yeah, they mark the ball at the 35. So the Bulldogs have 1:56 to go.
Loosen
65 yards. Or actually, they have shown their kicker. They have the foot to get it there, so they just need to get into field goal range. So the pass, and there's Jordan. Makes a stutter step inside, breaks a tackle. He's off and running. He's going to take it all the way. He's going to take it all the way on the sideline. Oh, my goodness, 65 yards. Quentin Jordan got it on the sideline, made a stutter step, and got to the sideline, and there was nobody there, Edwin. He took it 65 yards, one play. The Bulldogs back on top. Oh, my goodness. You couldn't have written it better if you were writing the story yourself. My goodness.
This kid made the first play of the game, and it appears he made the last play of the game.
Well, there's still some time left, so we will see. But the Bulldogs with that go up 27-22. And Marcus Merkelbach
there you go
in for the extra point to give the Bulldogs a 28-22 lead. They're up by 5 right now. And then I might go for 2. They're not going to. The kick is it because, again, if Rainier Beach scores, now it's a tie ball game.
Yeah.
In contrast to you go for 2 and they got to get the extra point. But, hey, right now you got the lead. If you're Reggie Witherspoon, you're pleased with your team. They're leading 28-22, 1:42 left to play. So the question is, did they score 2 quickly?
Yeah, they left a little bit on the clock now, didn't they?
But you know what? If I'm the coach, I'm like, we got the points on the board.
Yes,
so
sir.
I don't care.
Yes, sir.
We got the points on the board.
That's why you practice defense.
Yes, indeed. So what an exciting turn of events here. Rainier Beach, a great drive to take the lead and then got a 2-point conversion to go up 22-21. And then Garfield just taking one play. One play and a 65-yard touchdown catch and run from freshman quarterback E.J. Kamenong to his big target, Quentin Jordan. And Quentin Jordan kind of stutter step, made the first guy miss, and then hit the sideline, and there was nobody there. He had an entourage escorting him in, and he took it all the way in for the touchdown to give the Bulldogs a 28-22 lead. 1:42 left to play in the ball game. So again, remind you, if you're listening and you're not watching, you missed that play. But tune in every Friday, and a couple of the weekends will be Friday and Saturday. This weekend and next weekend. So we'll bring you games both evenings, and you can see it live on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch. And it looks like a Namir Robinson, and he's trying to make something happen there. Namir Robinson, but he is gang tackled and brought down at about the 15-yard line. So Robinson trying to make something happen. So the Vikings will have 85 yards to go, Edwin. And they've got to get it in the end zone. A field goal won't do. So you hear the Bulldogs on the sideline chanting defense. And that is the team chanting for their teammates out there on the field, as there are no fans, no cheer squads on the sideline.
Why was he still on the field? The guy comes flying off the football field. Fumble!
And fumble down to the King. And let's see, it looks like
Garfield
Bulldogs come up with it. So there's a fumble on the play. Duke King on the exchange there, and it looks like, I believe that was number 13 for the Bulldogs, D. Dukes, who came up with the ball. And that may very well be the nail in the coffin.
Either that or you can kiss the baby.
Or
oh, man.
Or in the words of that old Dallas Cowboy, turn out the lights.
The party
is over. Yes, indeed. Dandy Don. Don murder.
I love him, boy.
I tell you, back in those days, you talking about, you had Dandy Don and you had Howard Cosell.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
They could paint a picture for you.
Man, I'm telling you.
They could paint a picture. That was my dad's squad, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. The halftime highlights.
Yes, sir.
Come on. You know, that's how you saw all the games.
Yeah, hey.
You saw what happened.
If I could make it on the highlight films at halftime of Monday Night Football, I made it. Whoa.
Leon Neal, the handoff to him on the left side. Leon now breaks the tackle, takes it, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Rick, that young man got a burst.
Yeah, Leon Neal showing some quick feet there, looking like his daddy. So takes it down to the 6, a gain of about 5 yards. Was knocked out of bounds. That's the one thing you want to stay in bounds, let the clock run. 1:18 left to go. And if for nothing else, stay in bounds for our sakes, Leon, because it's cold. We want to go home. No.
I miss my wife.
So second down here, the Bulldogs leading 28-22. Hand off to Neal on the right side. Cuts it back in the middle. Takes it inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they're still pulling.
So the Bulldogs here are going to wrap it up, and it looks like Rainier Beach calling a timeout. What a turn of events, Edwin. That big play by the Bulldogs. Timeout, yeah, timeout taken by the Vikings here. So 1:08 left to play. The Bulldogs leading at 28-22. So what an exciting way to start the weekend here Rainier Avenue Radio's coverage of Metro League football live at Memorial Stadium Friday night under the lights
Yes, sir.
and under the towering Space Needle.
Well, I tell you what, it was worth being out here in this cold.
Yes, sir. We have enjoyed bringing you these two games. And as most of you Seattleites know, the Space Needle and all of that came on board in 1962 for the World's Fair.
I heard about that.
Yep, 1962. That was a great year. You know that, don't you, Edwin?
Yeah, I turned 3.
Well, it was even greater year because I came into the world in 1962.
I turned 3 in 62.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness. So the Bulldogs line up in motion and hand off to Leon Neal to the right, cuts back in, and he takes it down to the goal line.
Yes, sir.
And they stop the clock one more time. Another, I believe, a timeout. Let's see. And they're waving the Rainier Beach coaches off. It looks like the Beach called timeout. Leon Neal took it just inside the 1 yard line. So they literally have less than a yard to go.
First down. Goal to go.
And now, okay, and they got the first down. So that should do it, barring a turnover. Rainier Beach calls, I believe that's their final timeout. Yes.
Yeah.
So a minute left to play. Garfield leading 28-22. They have it first and goal just inside the 1 yard line. And just an exciting turn of events. Rainier Beach scored and then scored a 2-point conversion to take a 22-21 lead. And then Garfield turned right back around on their first play. E.J. Cameron, the freshman quarterback, found Quentin Jordan, a short pass on the right side. Jordan, a little stutter step to make the first man miss. And then it was off to the races, and there was nobody between him and the end zone. And he took it in for, I believe it was 65-yard catch and run to give the Bulldogs their current 28-22 lead. And barring a miraculous play, a fumble, and a return, Edwin, the Bulldogs are going to go away winners of their first game here in this
a big win.
abbreviated 2021 season. But yeah, you said a big win. You're right.
Big win. They still coming from gun. I don't like gun at this time. You know, get up under there.
Yep. The handoff to Leon Neal. Leon Neal to the left side, I should say. Nothing doing there. And if I'm Reggie Witherspoon, I'm just, at this point, Rainier Beach is out of timeouts. You take one more play, take a knee, you're done. Go home. It's all done. So the clock is ticking 40 seconds and about a difference of 14 seconds from the play clock to the game clock. So the Bulldogs have to get off one more play here and the game will be over. So they're still, as you said, still in the gun. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. Get under center and take a knee. Hand off to Leon Neal. Nowhere to go. Doesn't matter. That will do it. 10 seconds left. The clock is ticking. Garfield's going to walk away with a 28-22 win. Big win here at Memorial Stadium, and the celebration there. The Bulldogs excited and winning the neighborhood battle. Now you see the players shaking each other's hands on the field there. A couple of guys hugging each other because obviously these guys know each other. They have grown up together. And that is good to see. Good sportsmanship. Appreciate that. So we hope you have enjoyed our opening weekend of prep football night number 1 doubleheader. In the first game, Ballard a winner over Seattle Prep. And in the second game, Garfield a winner 28-22 over Rainier Beach. For Edwin Bailey, for Taylor Kareen, for Tony B, and the team here at Rainier Avenue Radio, we're going to sign off, and we will see you tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. For the second night of opening weekend of Metro League football right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. What's that? Oh, community food giveaway. 11 to 3, and where at?
810 23rd
810 23rd Avenue.
Take whatever you want.
Take whatever you
What
want.
time I
It will
need
be
to
there.
get there?
Come get you some food.
Come
Ooh.
get some food up in there
All right.
tomorrow,
All
11 to
right.
3. And so again, and hats off to everyone here at Rainier Avenue Radio, just doing so much. And I hope you've enjoyed, through Black History Month, all that we brought to you. And we just continue to bring you cutting edge, relevant programming, and just a diverse mix of programs. You can hear it all right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Oh yeah, we've been plugging that Monday night, and we're going to talk about Edwin's book.
I got to figure out the name of it, Rick. Once I figure out the name of it, I'm good.
Come on, help me out, bro. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find one for you, Rick.
Yeah. And I don't even want to talk about we talked about Russell Wilson. There ain't no way they're gonna trade him. Now they're talking about trade. So we'll see. We have to bring out what we appreciate. A couple of weeks ago we had Bob Condotta, and he shared a lot about the Seahawks. So we may have to bring him back on and just get his take and the latest on what's going on, because Russell Wilson has a no trade clause, which means he has to approve any trade.
Yeah, 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And you even entertaining that?
Yeah. So we will keep an eye on that and try to bring the latest. But anyway, with that said, hope you've enjoyed our coverage tonight. Please join us again tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio for opening weekend football, Metro League, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.